We're about to get started, but like real quick story, just super quick, and it is nautical themed, so it applies.
Oh God.
Ian and I have been working on our own tabletop role-playing game system similar to D&D, but like we've been working on a project for what is it now, Ian? The better part of a year. Hopefully soon we'll be able to actually that is terrible. Hopefully soon we'll be able to actually like test it out, and I hope you guys are all open to testing it with us. But I went over there so that him and I could like play test it a little bit, and we're sitting in his office right there, and just the little story we were telling, I was like, okay, so you're deep underwater, and he's like, oh, hang on, and he just changes all the lights in the room to like a dark blue. I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess we got mood lighting, cool. Thanks for bringing in the atmosphere. I half expected him to start.
Some Marvin Gaye.
What?
And Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Yep.
I half expected him to start just going blub blub blub. Blub. Very atmospheric. Speaking of which, gang, are we all ready?
Better not sink my boat, people.
So here we are. A quick recap of the last session. Welcome back, everyone. Last time on the game that we're playing, we started off still at the First Frost Festival with a conversation between Moira and the Gambler, the deity of chance and luck, also known oftentimes when he takes the guise of a mortal as Sildarin the Silver. The Gambler, as it turns out, is a bit of a rambler and a gambler, and not in his list of things is a particularly good or attentive father. As it turns out, just having a dad from another plane of existence doesn't mean that he's going to cast himself into bondage for your safety. Not all dads are great, unfortunately. But moving on from there, the party decided to retire, at which point Bark decided to read his book of demonology, at which point, rolling a crit fail, fell victim to the maze spell. Perfect.
Holy shit.
Uh,
You just right now decided that is the thing that like you had to do.
Hang on, what does your shirt say? Don't worry, I have a plan.
And it's a 1.
Plan getting stuck in there for 22 years?
Allegedly.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, so to the outside world, it looked like Bark just kind of dozed off as he stared at this book for a couple minutes and then snapped awake. To him, 22 years in isolation, a harrowing experience that will have effects on Bark and his relationship to other people, I'm sure, for the foreseeable future. But Bark survived, cried while eating pancakes, and the party geared up after writing a letter to the king, informing the royal family and Salazar, the steward, of the events going on involving the dragon cult that you guys came across. You all got prepared, got your ship in order, the exploits bamfed into existence, and though the deck was wet, the ship was seaworthy, and you all set sail. For the first 12 hours of your journey, while you still had daylight, things seemed to go perfectly fine. However, after night fell and the majority of the party was resting, Nira, Rizwin, and Erdan were on the deck of the ship, at which point Nira spotted something off the starboard bow, 6 shapes in the water, fins coming up. And as they crested up, she noticed that on their backs of these 6 hunter sharks rode 6 fishy type humanoids with large yellow eyes reflecting back from the lights of the ship. These were the Sahuagin that you were all warned of by Leilani. And that is where we kick off our particular adventure. Now, we did have initiative rolled for the, and I should have done this ahead of time. We do have initiative rolled for the first 3 people. And as I recall, I have it written down here from our last session. Nira and Rizwin both rolled 13s on their initiative. Erdan rolled a 9. And I am quickly going to set up our combat here for the night. One final second. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted, not you. I know, captivating television, isn't it right? Should have someone play me off. I should have done this ahead of time. I apologize. I didn't.
The puppies.
Such gross.
And I'm not allowed to bless as a reaction, right? Like that's not okay.
No, bless is an action, unfortunately.
Okay.
So for initiative, and you know what? Actually, for everyone else, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll initiative too. But for the first round of combat, you are not going to be available because y'all are sleeping currently.
All right.
And how many Sahuagin are there?
From what you can tell, there are 6, each one riding on the back of what is called a hunter shark, basically like a great white shark.
Where's my? I can't find
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Because I'm not finding sharks. I'm trying to look for beasts, and it could just be the website doesn't have it listed.
Yeah. Under sharks, there should be 3 types. There's reef sharks, which are like small sharks. There's hunter sharks, which are large sharks. And then there's giant sharks, which are like megalodon monster sharks.
Yeah.
Hey Ben, can you possibly send an invite link to Evan so he can roll for Tup Tup? Or do you just want him to roll off of me?
Oh yeah, if you just to keep things moving, if you just want to have him roll either there in person or roll using D20, that's up to you. But I trust that if you guys are rolling, it is in earnest.
And if I'm remembering correctly, I can only change into animals that are, what is it, challenge rating 2 or lower? Is that accurate?
Yeah, at your level, you can transform into creatures 2 or lower.
Okay.
You'll need to roll that now.
Okay. And then I'm just going to need to know what Tup Tup rolled for initiative as well.
Plus 4, so 17.
17 for Tup Tup. Okay. So that will mean that he will go. Okay, got it. All right. So, as I mentioned, the first thing that happened was Nero was peering over the side of the ship when a trident came flinging and hit the bow just beneath her. She looked up and saw these 6 shapes in the water, at which point the shape that is closest is a bit taller than the other presented Sahuagins, and seems to be a little bit different than the others. I'm not, from what you can tell just at a glance, this one seems to be leading the charge, right? It was the first one in the pack in. And this one just so happened to roll highest in the initiative order, so they're going to go first. Nira, you see this particular Sahuagin has 4 arms, 2 of which are holding on to the shark. The other 2 are open, and it reaches into a almost like a side satchel that is on the side of this shark, and pulls out another spear and attempts to throw it at you, as you are the only target in sight at the moment.
Okay.
It rolled a 16. What is your AC?
Hang on, let me get into my app to figure that out. And just a disclaimer, folks, I am here with us today. It has been a rough day. So if I am not, my apologies. I love you all and I'm glad to be here. Okay, my AC. Forgive me. I'm completely blanking on that.
Yeah, armor class.
My armor class, you mean?
Okay, so
Okay,
that
it's
does
16.
hit then, because he made it. That is going to deal 6 damage as a spear comes flying through and scrapes past your shoulder. At which point, this Sahuagin is going to... Yeah, you know what? That is what he's going to do. He is going to take the 2 hands that are on the shark and release them and pull 2 short swords that it has like in sheaths on its side, and it's going to clang them together. And when it does that, it disappears off the back of the shark and appears standing on the rail of the ship right next to you, Nira, and is going to take 1 more attack using one of those swords. But that is not going to hit. So it takes a swipe at you, but you manage to duck underneath nimbly. And that is going to be this particular creature's turn. Up next, we have another one of the Sahuagin that's going to attack. This one is actually just going to spend its turn hopping from the back of the shark onto the side of the ship and start to climb up it. It manages to make it up to the top of the deck, but that is going to use its movement to get up there. Up next, there is another Sahuagin. This one also looks a little bit different. This one's a little bit shorter and a little bit more stocky, for lack of a better term. And this one is going to actually cast a spell. This one is going to waves a little rod that it has that has little bits of seashell and whatnot hanging off of it, and they crinkle together and there's a glow of light, and you see the glow kind of surround itself and the 2 Sahuagin that are currently on the deck of the ship. And then it is going to just stay where it is at on the back of the shark. Finally, we're going to move up to another Sahuagin that is also going to start climbing up the deck of the ship and gets to the top. This one, as opposed to holding a spear, seems to be holding a rather interestingly looking ornate flail, like the Windmill of Doom, a ball and chain sort of thing. And it grips its hand tight and utters something guttural that you can't quite understand. It's just clicking sounds to you guys because no one in the party speaks Sahuagin. But the flail starts to glow with a light, and a trail of what smells like burning incense, like sage, starts to come off from it as it gets to the top of the deck and starts spinning it around. But it had to use its whole turn to get up to where you guys are, so that is going to handle that. Then we had Gander and Tup Tup and Flurb, all of which are still sleeping. And that finally gets us around to Nira. Nira, you are up.
Okay, so if I'm remembering correctly, there is a Sahuagin on the rail next to me, but he's the only one that has made it like onto the ship. The others are like getting there. Or
Yeah.
there's another one too.
There are two others that have used almost like basically used all their movement, and they're like right at the rail of the ship.
Okay.
The taller one that threw the spirit you is actually kind of like perched right in front of
On the
you.
rail. Okay. All right. So is it possible? It's not, because part of me thinks that in one fell swoop, right, I could knock the one back as I'm doing what I'm doing. So I might make an argument for that. Okay, so what I know of Sahuagin, they can communicate telepathically with sharks, and they have a really deep reverence for priestesses because females are believed to be the ones who can channel the god or goddess energy. So like that holds sway with them. So Nira, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my mask, throw that bad boy on, and do it with pageantry, right? Because my whole point, today is not the day for these Sahuagin. I am going to change my happy ass into a combo giant poisonous snake and reef shark right in front of them. And as soon as I go into shark mode, I'd like to communicate. I am a priestess and I watch over this ship. The ship travels with my blessing. And this is not the ship you want to attack. So if you do, you have a chance now to stand down before I use my magic. And under the hand of the goddess, I swear you will go back to the depths without those arms. So either leave this ship and its inhabitants, or I will be responsible for what happens to you.
Okay.
That's the goal.
All right. So do you have any dice with you?
Huh? No, I don't. Chris, I'm sorry. Your face looks so.
Okay. So I'm going to say that because they have what's called limited telepathy with sharks, that it can understand your thoughts as one of the two creatures that you are using your Mask of the Chimera to turn into is a shark, right? It can understand what the intention of the words that you are attempting to put across. I am going to have you, and if you don't mind me rolling on your behalf, roll an intimidation.
Yes, and I'd also like to roll with advantage on that check because priestesses hold such high regard in Sahuagin communities. I think there is an argument to be made that if, oh shit, we're fucking with some magic, that's gonna make them pause.
You know, given the fact that you just turned into a half snake, half shark in front of this guy, which was probably unexpected, I will allow this tomfoolery. Okay, so your first roll is a 15. Your second roll is a 17 plus whatever you might have to intimidation, which
What is that? Is that?
It would be under your skills. It would be, if you're not proficient in it, it would just be your charisma modifier. If you are proficient, it would probably be like a +3 or something.
It's a +1. So I have a +1 to intimidation.
Okay, so an 18 to intimidation. That's pretty good. The Sahuagin is taken aback at this particular, what was very unexpected, this voice in its head. And just given the nature of how telepathy works, all of the Sahuagin kind of hear this message, right? It's not just the one. And they're kind of like, whoa, shit. And I'm going to have him and the priestess, the one that cast the thing, roll. I'm going to have them each. I'm trying to figure this out on the fly. I'm going to have them each roll a wisdom save to see if this kind of buckles their resolve, because obviously the two of them are kind of leading the charge here.
Or have to roll for fresh underwear.
She did cast Bless on herself and on him. So they do get a D4 with this. That's cocked. That is going to only be 12. Whoop. Plus. Yeah, that's not going to do it. That is a natural 2 and a 4, so that's not going to do it either. So the Sahuagin in front of you kind of like takes a step. Well, I guess he doesn't take a step back, but he kind of like stops and yells something kind of guttural. And the other Sahuagins kind of hold their place as they are looking at. But this is a tense situation. You guys have bought yourselves a moment here. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? You technically still have an action, because I would say that, like, you know, changing is a bonus action, but I don't know if you want to just let that action go for right now and see how this plays out, or if you want to do something with it.
So wait, you're telling me that I could knock this dude off of the boat with my quarterstaff?
Well, you're a snake
Or I
shark.
could fight
now.
him, like I could like.
You could attack.
But what I'm saying is, okay, my intimidation check that I rolled was really good. Like, if I want to then like reinforce the message, like, you're still standing here, what are you doing? With like a little buck, is that, does that do anything? Like,
It's hard to tell. It could make them take your message even more seriously and get the fuck out, or it could enrage them and they could feel the need to attack back. It's hard to tell.
okay, well, I mean, they're not, I mean, they're jerks, right? Like, they're not, they're lawful evil.
Kira did her homework.
Nira's the librarian in another life. It actually happens sometimes. So yeah, I wonder if just like noting them pause, right? Like, where's Rizwin in relation to all this? Like, where's everybody else who's on deck?
Rizwin is at the helm because she was the one that was actually steering the ship.
Right.
Erdan, it's up to you whether you would have been just kind of sitting on the deck reading or sitting up on the mast or whatever the hell you were doing.
I think Erdan would probably be positioned away from other people, so to have a wider field of view. If people were at the front, I would have been towards the back, sort of thing.
Okay. So yeah, basically on a keel boat, you have a little cabin that's on the back, which is where the people, would be sleeping. You have the helm above that on like a deck. So if Rizwin is up on the deck with the wheel, we can say that you're standing kind of behind her right at the back of the ship. And then Nero was down on the deck, and that's where this interaction is occurring.
Can I still use common while I'm in my wild shape?
Yes, because of the particular item that you have.
Okay, so then I will mirror my Sahuagin foe and yell to everybody else, like, wake up, look over here, be ready. Like, I am alerting everybody and I am showing them, like, we mean business, and forgive me above table for how this comes across, but I'm going to yell at them as if I am the one running shit. Like, get up, get out of bed, get ready now. Like, I am not accustomed to waiting. I need you all here with me at this moment. And then I'm going to look back directly into my Sahuagin foe's face and just sort of like gently bare fangs at him a little bit. Like,
okay.
Is this really what you want to be doing right now? Because I've called my folks, you've called your folks. They're there, yours are there. So what are you going to do with that? but I'm telling you, I didn't come to play.
Okay, well, we'll call the turn there. And up next, we have Rizwin. Rizwin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna bless the 3 that are on the deck. That would be me and Erdan and Nira, and that means that when they make an attack or a saving throw, they roll D4 and add it to the number of their normal roll. So that's what I'm doing.
Rizwin raises up her holy symbol, and everyone glows with light, etc.
I throw a whole bunch of holy water all over you and yell strange things in another language. We're all good. Keep going. move along with your intimidation tactics.
Okay. Erdan, that is actually you up now. Oh, Erdan's gone.
Oh no, he was delivering a cat to me.
He rolled a stealth check.
Oh, and he's gone.
All right. I don't like the one thing I want to do. I don't think is gonna work. So, how far away is the nearest fish dude?
From you currently, I would say it's down a few feet, but only probably about 15 or 20 feet away from where you're standing.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna jump down to the nearest dude, and so that will be my movement. I think I'm just going to attack with just a short sword, and I'm going to. Why isn't it here? I'm going to use Booming Blade, and then I'll also bonus attack with Titus. So I don't know if you want me to do this all together.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're attacking the one that Nero was just speaking to?
Okay, so that's the closest one.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, actually, you could attack one of the ones that's kind of just climbing over the rail. Imagine, like, if Nira's standing in the middle, there was this big one that appeared right in front of her, and then there's one climbing up on either side. The one that would be, I guess, closest to you would be the one that's holding the flail that's glowing and scented of burning incense.
So can I reverse everything? I'm just gonna do a Hail Mary.
Okay.
I would like to try to, as a bonus action, stealth. I think I can do that as a rogue.
Yeah, you can hide.
Hide. So I want to bonus action try to hide.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Yeah, stealth. Oh, it didn't actually do it. And
I saw it in D&D Beyond.
so 13 plus 10, 23.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, pretty good stealth check. I'd say you're well hidden.
Okay. And then on the one that Nero was speaking to, the one with the scented flail, I'm going to, as stealthily as possible, cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay, hang on. To be clear, the one that is directly in front of her is the one that was wielding the 2 short swords and seems a bit taller, as if like a leader. The one that is holding the flail is technically closer to you, but is not like fully, like on their next turn they would be able to attack. But so, like, are you aiming for the one that seems to be in charge, or the one that is just literally closest to you?
I'll do the one that's in charge.
Okay. So that is going to be as I recall, what type of saving throw is that?
It's Wisdom, and it's 14.
With disadvantage.
I don't think.
Well,
No,
yeah,
but-
it would be disadvantage because he was just taken aback by Nira's intimidation.
Right, but that's not exactly how that works, because there is nothing magical going on that would give him disadvantage on this particular roll. Sorry, what did you say your DC was?
14.
That's a 13. Oh wait, no, that's a 13 on the die, but that is a 14. That's they do have a 1 to wisdom. So so your spell, unfortunately, like you kind of like But that's all it gets out of it.
All right, that's all I'm doing on my turn.
Okay. That is going to get us up to another one of the Sahuagins that's still on the shark. Now that it was about ready to start climbing up the deck, but now that everything's held up, it is clutching a battle, or not a battle hammer, like a war hammer that seems interesting as well, but kind of just waits and is watching up to see what's going on and is going to hold its turn. That is Moira, who is sleeping, but just heard the sounds of a snake shark lady screaming, so starting to stir there. And everyone who is asleep is now waking up. It'll take you a turn to kind of get into motion. That takes us to the final Sahuagin that is also holding its turn for right now. And then that's going to take us to Bark, who is also awaking. And we are back around to the top of the action. Now, this particular Sahuagin that has already made some attacks. Oh man, what do I do? Riley, are you still with us?
She's muted.
Right, I see that. She might have gotten a call.
Sucks, buddy.
I might have missed it. Where was Tup Tup in the order?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tup Tup went right before Gander. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
I must have missed Gander as well. Where's Gander?
Okay, so up first we have Leader Sahuagin.
Yeah.
Then we have Sahuagin number 2. Then we have the Sahuagin Priestess. Then we have Sahuagin number 4. And then we have Tup Tup. So Tup Tup should be 5th in the order.
Okay, and then Gander's after that?
Yeah, after that we have Gander, then Fleur, then Nira, Rizwin, Erdan, then Sahuagin number 3, and then Moira, and then Sahuagin number 1, and finally rounding out the order is Bark.
Say that 10 times fast, please.
Rounding out the order is Bark.
All right, full disclosure, I'm definitely drunk now. That shit was strong.
Told you.
I'm way more fucked than I expected.
I know. I made the mistake of drinking it at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I tried to have a planning meeting.
No.
Somebody's sleeping well tonight.
That is awesome.
Yeah, don't, future reference, don't let Aya mix your drinks.
Or do.
Or do if you want to get toasted.
Riley, did you just leave work?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want us to wait or do you want to continue?
No, go right ahead. I can listen.
Okay. Well, it's going to involve you.
Hold on.
The lead Sahuagin, the one that you communicated with, it is back up to their turn in the order. They eye you suspiciously. And what you get from them, because again, it is a limited telepathy. It's not like full-on language. But you get the sense of a hunger and a lot of aggression, but also on top of the hunger and the aggression, almost a sense that this thing wants to devour your flesh and take anything magical you have on your person. You almost get the feeling of like, oh, this is not just a animal that's coming to eat me. This is a pirate coming to take my shit. And it eyes you in a threatening sort of way, but it does seem a bit tense. So What does it do? I'm just gonna fucking roll to see what it does.
Always a solid decision.
Yeah. I'm going to roll a d6, and I'm going to say that if it's even numbers, it is going to attack, and if it's odd numbers, it's going to tell its friends to fuck right off. Okay, that's a 1. That's an odd number. So the creature takes a breath and puts its swords down and into their sheaths and holds a hand up and yells back at its compatriots that, well, you don't know what it says, but it yells something, and then starts to climb down the deck. And technically you have an opportunity attack if you want to take it, Nira.
I do not, because I told them that they had the chance to leave. So if they were going to take it, then now was the time. And if he is listening to me, then I am not going to operate at bad faith.
Okay. So it starts to climb down the deck. The one that's going to move us up to the one beside it, which is just got to the top of the deck and it's like, God damn it, and starts to climb down as well. That is going to take us up to the priestess. Now the priestess is also going to have roll the same kind of decision-making thing here, because she has some say in what's going on. And that is a 6. So she calls out like something else, and they seem to be arguing with one another as it is climbing down. But she is going to she is going to cast a spell because apparently there's a disagreement between the two of them as to what they should be doing here. She is going to cast.
All right, I'll be up in a sec.
Yeah, okay. I see what she's going to do. Her eyes, you see her big fish-like eyes flash for a second with a eerie, kind of sickly green glow as she's eyeing up from the shark up at you, Nira. And she looks at you and then looks at the Sahuagin that's climbing down, and she starts shouting. And he seems to pause in his climb. That's going to move us up to the next Sahuagin, who is now kind of like caught in the middle of what, mom and dad arguing and does not know exactly what to do. So he is, oh, God damn it. He's going to start climbing down too. He's going to follow after his buddy. Gander, you have woken up to the sounds of everything going on, and it is now your turn if you want to engage.
Okay. Do I have to use an action to get out of the bedroom, or am I on the deck?
You would use your movement to get out on the deck, but the ship is very small. So with your movement, you could be basically standing next to Nira.
Okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stand in the doorway of the cabin. And I look and I see the Sahuagin, and I sort of mutter to myself, of all the fucking fishy bullshit that I could have killed. And I am going to cast Dispel Magic.
On what?
On the priestess and whatever bullshit she's pulling.
Oh, I don't know if Dispel Magic works Actually, that's the thing I'd have to look up. I don't know if Dispel Magic works on a spell that is being concentrated on.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will cast something different.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Magic Circle instead.
Okay.
It's gonna take up a good chunk of my money, but I'm gonna cast Magic Circle.
Okay. What does that do?
It lasts 1 hour. You create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point in the ground that you can see within range. Glowing runes appear wherever the cylinder intersects with the floor or other surface. Choose one or more of the following types of creatures: celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. The circle affects a creature of the chosen type in the following way. The creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to do so, it must succeed on a charisma saving throw. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. Targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature. So this should technically protect most of the deck of my ship.
Okay. Okay, so here's the information that I'm going to give you. Because to be fair, you, Gander, would know how this spell works. And the information that you have, you would also know that Sahuagin are not fae, fiend, whatever, celestial or undead. They are humanoids, right? They
I
are
thought they were elementals. Never mind.
yeah, they are a race of people.
Got it.
They just happen to be, sharky people that like to eat other people. Now, Bart did just drop into the thing here that any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. So technically, if you did cast Dispel Magic, you could end the Bless spell, which is what the priestess cast on them. This is what I'm also going to say, and take with it from what you guys will. Obviously, I allowed what would be presumed as metagaming knowledge that, like, hey, Leilani was telling you guys about Sahuagin. It's possible that she divulged more information about their culture and whatnot, just so that you guys knew what was up. However, for the people that were sleeping, you have no idea what is going on right now. You came up, you heard that there was a threat. Nira is a big snake shark, and there are these monsters. I'm not telling you what to do, just again, remember to react in a way based on the information that you have at the moment. So, given that, sorry, reset. Gander, what do you want to do?
Fuck, I don't know. And if I may, while you're thinking about that, Gander, sorry, is there also an argument to be made that even if the spell of the magical field doesn't include Sahuagin, that they would see, like, is the energy visible so that they then see this huge wall go up of magical energy and they don't know what it does? Does that then, like, add to the intimidation factor of, oh shit, this ship is not something we've seen before? Like, does that have any sway?
I mean, you could try it. Who's to say?
Give me a second, because I put all my eggs in that basket not realizing what they were. Hang tight.
That's all right. I just don't want you to lose a spell that's so powerful on information that Gander would probably know.
Right, because Gander would, being from Phogos and being on the ocean, she would know, which is why she made the crack about, great, of all the shit in the ocean that I killed, I couldn't kill these guys.
Right. The idea is that anything that magic circle can affect things that are not native to the plane of existence that you live on. So Sahuagin are native to this world. They're just gross fish people.
All right, well then the priestess is still on my deck, right?
No, the priestess is down on her shark.
Oh, so there's nobody on the deck?
Up on the deck currently, or starting to climb down the deck, is the taller kind of lead Sahuagin and his 2 boys, one of which is holding a spear, the other one is holding this flail thing.
So nobody's technically all the way on the boat right now.
No, they've started to climb down.
Okay. I'm going to play with fate. I'm going to try to get us the hell out of there and
Okay.
try to get the pipes of Port Daro to get us the hell out.
Okay. So then go ahead and roll me a performance check. And remember, you do have an ability in your subclass that allows you to activate where you can, I'm trying to remember what it was. It's either you have advantage, on performance checks, or you can add something to it. I'm double checking right now.
Okay, because remember, my dog ate my character sheet, so.
Right. And I did send you that over, but
I haven't had that time to do anything with it because of work.
that's okay. That's okay.
I'm not making an excuse. My dog actually did eat my character sheet and half my book and then shat it out the next day, and it was horrible.
Gross.
Yes.
Revelry domain. Blessings of the Joyous One. As a bonus action, so yes, you could do it on the same turn and still use your Pipes Port Daro. You gain proficiency in the performance and persuasion skills. If you are already proficient, you double your proficiency bonus. This effect lasts for 10 minutes.
Awesome.
So,
I'm already proficient, so this would double my proficiency bonus.
yes, you would double your proficiency bonus in persuasion for the next 10 minutes. Basically, you are blessed by Ainamea to be able to play like a fucking rock star.
All right, well then let me play like a fucking rock star. I'm gonna roll my performance check. God damn it! Roll 20 hates me.
Well, how much do you have after you add your bonuses to it?
I think I had a +5 to performance.
Okay.
Double proficient.
Plus I'm proficient.
What is the current proficiency bonus? Because the +5 would include the proficiency bonus. So you'd be looking at +8. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to quite get you there.
But wouldn't it double?
No, because the +5 would include that. You don't have a +5 to charisma. You have a +2 to charisma plus the 3 for the proficiency bonus. So that's a total of +5 plus
Got it.
for the proficiency bonus for a total of
Okay,
+5.
well then fuck. My pipes didn't.
Well, you could try them again the next turn if you want. There's nothing stopping you from trying again.
Okay. Oh, that's right. They only work once, but I can try as many times as I want.
Yeah.
I've never tried to use them before, so.
So that is
Done.
That is going to be your turn. Moving right along, we have Fleur. Fleur, you have just awoken from your nap.
Did we skip
Tup Tup come before Gander?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did skip Tup Tup. I forgot to write that down. Tup Tup, you're.
All right, here he is.
Tup Tup has awakened from his nap, and you rise to see weird fish people and your friend Nira as a snake shark hybrid. Which, by the way, Nira, we need a cool description of what that snake shark looks like. I'm sure everyone's dying.
Reminds me of like the Pizza Hut and Taco Bell song. I am a snake. I am a shark. I am both a snake and a shark.
What does Tup Tup do?
Well, where is Tup Tup?
In the cabin.
Okay, so right now you are in a boat. You guys roll asleep back in the cabin that's towards the back, and you wake up, and if you want to use your movement to come out, you can come out onto the deck, and you would see this shenaniganery going on.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the bush shot. I remember those ballistas.
How far away is the ballista?
The ballista is at the far end of the vessel. You could get to it Is your
Okay.
volume still on? I'm hearing an
A
echo.
little bit. I can't
Okay.
turn it all the way down.
The ballista you would be able to get to if you used your whole movement action to run across the boat.
Tup Tup does that.
All right, so Tup Tup books it for the ballista.
Look. From
Mess some stuff up.
That takes us to Fleur. Fleur, you are awake. What do you do, bro?
All right, so I make it out and I see the shenaniganery, and so I'm going to rage.
Rage. Are you embiggening yourself?
Yes,
All right.
and
Fleur takes the siege breaker, smashes it on the deck of the ship, but not so hard that he breaks the ship. Just the handle of it, the haft. And like Mario eating the mushroom, grows double in size.
yes. All right, now there are two that are like climbing down the side of the ship.
Yeah. I would say that given that they was a lot of hesitating going on, I'd say that they're only just barely below the deck of the ship. They're not the whole way down to the water yet.
Hmm. So if I battering rammed the edge of the ship here, would that knock them over? Because they're both like right next to each other, right? Climbing down.
Okay, so unfortunately for battering ram, you are not going to have enough space to pull that off. Also, they are not like in front of you, they are down. So you would
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
just battering ram your way off into the ocean. An ocean that is currently filled with 6 hunter sharks.
And
The odds.
just for the party's
Oh, you might unmute yourself.
information, with Sahuagin, they also have like the frenzy. Is that something that, I mean, if we're coastal or whatever, like people who have lived around,
You metagame
they would know. We want to avoid going into the water at all costs, because if they draw blood, they will not be using their logic. So
Getting into like dealing with sharks in general is a bad idea.
yeah, it's a bad idea. But like especially with Sahuagin, there's a bloodlust, and once they smell or taste blood, it's like, oh shit. So we want to not go in the water if we can help it, I think.
So I wouldn't be able to like rock the boat per se. I mean, I'm big, because I'm thinking like I battering ram the edge of the ship.
Hang on. Yeah, forgive me. I forgot to describe this. What happened? Yeah, you tap your hammer. You grow double in size. All of you pitch left and right as the ship deals with someone. What is it? Quadruples your body mass. So all of a sudden, everyone shifts. I'm not going to make you roll anything, but the weight shifts as now there is a giant Fleur standing on the side of the deck. Giant Fleur, if you want to reach down with your hammer like a fly swatter, you could attack one of these guys.
And no one's trying to stop me yet?
No one is trying to stop you at all.
All right, I'm going to swing at Flail Guy because he's got a flail.
The one that's holding the flail?
Yep, because he's got the flail.
All right, swing at him.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, what do you add to that? Because Sahuagin are not armored.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're probably not wearing chainmail or anything.
No, they're just wearing their skin.
Okay, so that's adding 5. So 6.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
So yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage.
All right. All right. 6. That's 1d4, 1d12, and 3, So 13.
13. Oof, that was a big hit to this fishy boy. All of you see as Fleur grows really big and swings down his hammer and smacks on the back of this fish guy as he's starting to go down, and blood spatters out of its fish-like mouth. And that is going to do it for Fleur's turn. Nero, we're back around to you.
So is there still disagreement among the fish people about what they should be doing? My data cut out for a minute.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so basically the one that hopped up and it attacked you initially was like, oh shit, okay, maybe this is a priestess and I should listen to. The priestess that's down in the water is like, seems to be yelling, no, fuck that, let's eat these people. So they were kind of like arguing as he started to climb back down, but he's just like barely over the railing.
Okay, but he's still, have they decided on a course of action?
It's hard to tell. You can't understand what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So since Fleur has just grievously injured one of these guys, right?
I'd say so.
Like right in front of all them.
Mm-hmm.
So I, wiggle myself a little closer to the railing and I lock eyes with the priestess.
Mm-hmm.
And I telepath, I think at her, you saw what just happened, right? You saw that we're not kidding. He wants to go. You should just go. You should be like your friend and listen to us because it's only going to get worse for you from here.
Roll me an insight check.
18.
Oh shit. Plus your wisdom, that's going to be big and juicy.
Like a 21.
You get the feeling coming back from her that it is almost a point of pride that she has come no, we're I came here to fucking eat you.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that is supposed to be under my employ is now having second thoughts. So I need to assert my fucking dominance here. You are going to be food.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of made up her mind on that front.
Mm-hmm. So me using intimidation or thinking okay, you're proud, but are you prepared to die for that pride?
What I'm going to say is that so the trick is it is a limited telepathy because typically sharks aren't speaking to them, right?
Sure.
So what they're getting is a lot of aggression, right, from you. Maybe not all of the words exactly, but definitely the feeling, sit the fuck down or you're going to get got. And he was like, oh shit, this is a lot. Maybe this is more than we bargained for. And she's down on her shark and she's like, the fuck are you doing? Right? Get in there.
So can I communicate with the other sharks?
No.
Sharks can't communicate telepathically.
No, that is a Sahuagin. Sahuagin can control sharks.
Okay.
Through a limited telepathy.
Uh-huh.
Think Aquaman, right?
Right.
But sharks eat each other all the time, right? You know what I mean?
So it's not like I could communicate to the sharks for a rollout.
What I would say, given that you did the intimidation and that you rolled a good insight check, it seems like the men in this equation are pretty shaken by this, but she is determined to assert her dominance here. So it might occur to Nira that okay, so she's the one we need to deal with and the others might break and run because I've already strike the fear of God in them.
Mm-hmm. So as a giant constrictor snake, right, I am big.
Did you go with constrictor or poisonous?
I thought it was both.
No, constrictors are huge size.
Okay, you're right. I didn't. It was just, okay. So I'm like a shark, but longer.
Okay.
And I have a very long neck with fangs and a snake-like face.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clear that I'm a shark, but I also have the fangs and a shit ton of teeth.
Cool.
So, I know I said none of us are going into the water, but as the one equipped to do so, I am going to step to the edge with my dope intimidation check. I am going to lock eyes with her and make it clear, like, I know who's running this. I know it's you. Like, whatever telepathy, like, I'm recognizing you.
Right.
And once she knows that, I am jumping into the fucking water.
Okay.
So does that have to be an action or is that just my movement?
No, you can use your movement to do it. Here's what I'm going to say, because it's relatively close to the side of the deck. If you want to roll me an acrobatics check or an athletics check, I would give you your choice as to, pick whichever one you want. And you nail it, I would allow you to get advantage on an attack. Otherwise, if you drop down and use your movement, you could get to her and attack in this turn. But if you roll a bomb ass acrobatics check, it's the idea that you sprung from the boat and caught her. You know what I mean?
Right. My concern is that if I roll a nat 1 or something bad, am I then going to trip and fall off the side of the boat and then she's not anything to worry about?
I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. I mean, that would be fun flavoring that you fell off the side of the deck, but it's not going to affect the mechanics of the game, right? If you want to try to attack, I'm allowing you to roll an acrobatics check to get advantage on the attack. If you don't want to do that, you can drop in the water and swim after and attack.
Okay. But if I roll poorly on the acrobatics check...
It's not going to affect anything else. She already wants to eat you.
Right, but whether or not she thinks she could is a thing here. It's all about the pageant of the mind as much as it's anything. So...
It's up to you what you want to do.
I'm in a mood. Where's my dice?
Okay, so what are you doing?
So I like I said, I have gotten to the railing and I have locked eyes with her and let her know, bitch, it's on.
Okay.
And got cocked.
Yeah, well, and it landed around. It's all right, dice on the ground. Dice on the ground. We're down. Hi, everyone. Jesus. We keep losing dice.
There we go. It's a 14 plus whatever.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say a DC 12, right? It's not hard to jump from the deck. Right. So I'll give you advantage on the attack that you make against her. So go ahead and roll an attack with advantage.
All right. 13. Do I need to add my whatevers?
You would base it on whatever the primary creature you picked was. So in this case, it would be the snake, I believe. So you would base it on the statistics of a...
Which I don't have up right in front of you right now.
Well, I can get that really super quick.
Yay.
Oh, excuse me, everyone.
Yeah, good push.
Giant poisonous snake.
So yeah, I'm big.
So wait, were you using the giant poisonous snake as your primary form and the hunter shark as your... Wait, you were starting with the base of a hunter shark and you added the details of a poisonous snake, right?
Which one is more advantageous in this instance?
In this instance, it would be the hunter shark because, sorry, I know this is the first time you're properly using the item.
Mm-hmm.
When you pick your first creature, that tells you what your hit points are, you know what I mean, that type of thing. And a hunter shark has more hit points than.
So then I'm a hunter shark with snake.
You have 45 hit points. You have 12 AC as a shark.
I'll kill you.
Your bite has a +6 to hit, and it does 2d8 + 4 piercing damage.
So I am going to take a leap off the ship, looking like a true badass, and I'm going to wrap my happy self around her.
Oh shit! And
bite.
Yeah, you bite the fuck out of her because that definitely hits. So what did I say? 2d8.
Doesn't she want to roll again for her advantage and see if she crits? Oh, she did roll twice?
Yeah, she did roll twice.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay.
No, the one time was a bad one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then yeah, go ahead and roll again.
That's a 1. So yeah, I'm gonna take the 13.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm gonna take the 13.
All right, so here's what I'm going to ask you right now,
Yes.
because, and you'll all excuse me for this is kind of us play testing this material. This is the first time the mask has been properly used. Both the poisonous snake and the shark have a bite attack, right? One of which is venomous, one of which is not. The shark bite does more damage outright. The poison could do more damage, but if they avoid the poison, it'll do less overall. So are you thinking you are biting in a poisonous snake sort of way, or just full meaty shark bite?
So, I mean, I would have teeth for both, right?
Right.
So theoretically, it would be both.
It would be way too wildly powerful for me to give you both. I'm just being completely
and
honest.
Rizwin just pointed out too, I also have a +4.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely hit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the choice now. You are either going to do 1d4 plus 4 damage.
Okay.
And then they will roll a Constitution saving throw, and if they fail, they'll take an additional 3d6 poison damage.
And will that be for every turn too, that they will get that 3d6?
No, that's just on this one. But it's 3d6 poison damage on a fail, or half as much on a save, or it's just a full-on meaty shark bite, which is going to be 2d8 damage. So
there isn't a lingering effect of the poison.
no.
Okay, then no. I just want a full-on shark bite.
All right, then you are going to roll 2d8.
Let's fuck her up.
Roll that shit twice. All right. Sorry, gang. This is me learning in real time how to use the magical item I made.
It's a pretty good one. All right, hold on.
I hope you all, forgive me.
Damn it.
So you're going to have 2d8 plus 4 damage, and we are finally going to get around.
All right,
What's
that's a
going
3 and a 5 plus 4 is 12.
12.
12.
Damage. All right. So let's see. What does that do to our lady here?
Hopefully make her think fucking twice. Realize she's being dumb.
I mean, it hurt her for sure. All right. So that is going to do it for your turn. Because you used your action and bonus action and whatnot. That is going to move us to Rizwin. Rizwin, it is popping off. What are you going to do?
Bless the rest
You
of us.
said I.
Sorry.
You're such a smack ass. Yeah, I'm gonna bless the rest of them, and then I'm gonna, as my bonus action, I'm gonna turn on the Aegis.
Okay. I am going to have to be a little shitty because Bless is a concentration spell.
Yeah, you can't have that. I wasn't gonna do that. All right, so until you said it, you had like 10 minutes to say something. You're such a pain in the ass.
Now-
I was gonna ask you how close is the nearest merman guy? Like, you said there were 2 that were climbing up the deck, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
From where you are situated right now, you are within, I'd say within 30 feet of 3 of them that have started to climb back down the deck, but they're kind of like right at the rail.
Okay. Can I throw an axe that far? Because I couldn't find anything on how far I can actually throw them, just that I can throw them.
Oh yeah, I think the throwing distance for an axe is 30 within regular range and 60 for long range. So long range, you would have disadvantage. Regular range, it would be a regular roll.
Okay, so regular, hang on.
If you want to chuck an axe at a motherfucker, roll it up.
Wait.
Did I do that right?
Sorry about the language.
Hang on, no,
What'd you do?
I rolled it. Did you see it in the thing?
Which thing?
The
No.
hold on.
I saw it on D&D
It's not
Quad.
up in-
I saw it on D&D Beyond, but it did not transfer
No.
to Roll20.
I am not in Roll20 on here because I signed in on Safari again, and I'm not switching over because it was a pain in the ass. So
That's okay. What did you roll?
it was. I just hit I hit the damage, isn't that, which wasn't the right one, right?
She hit the hand axe damage. Yeah, you
Which
need to
was the
roll
wrong one. All right.
attack.
Hang on.
Yeah, so you're going to want to roll an attack. You want to add your D4 because of Bless.
Or-
And you're attacking, are you attacking the big one or one of the 2 smaller ones?
The closest one.
Okay, the closest one is going to be the one that Fleur just smacked with the hammer.
Okay, great.
Poor guy.
Oh yeah, he's
So I'm helping Fleur out.
Hang on.
So I just did it. So, and it added something.
Ben, do you roll the same whether or not it's thrown or not?
It says right there, thrown.
I'm
Does it?
pretty sure that if it's, oh yeah, no, I think you do roll the same.
Okay.
Because I think the idea behind it is that like it's a strength, you're just whipping it.
Okay.
I think a weapon has to have the finesse tag on it for you to use dexterity.
Okay, so it says 15.
15 to hit.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, that is. So what's your damage?
You already rolled
And
that.
I rolled that. Hang on. What did it say?
7.
7. Plus,
Okay.
wait, I also have the plus D4 because that's an attack action.
But your
Right.
attack.
No, the D4 is to hit, but not to damage.
Oh, I keep forgetting that. All right, okay.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But you did hit. In fact, this hand axe sinks into the side of this blood gushing Sahuagin, who is hanging on by a bare thread at this point, having a real bad day.
Great. And as a bonus action, I turn on the Aegis.
Okay, yeah, you activate your Aegis, the golden shield comes up. Now the deck is illuminated with light, because that's how it works. That moves us over to, oh God, by the way, I love the just the image of that action, by the way, Riz, when you lean over while still holding the steering wheel of the ship, whip an axe one hand, and then just like Captain America, you have a shield on. It's like, yeah, man, Captain's orders, she's got it. Erdan, you are still hiding. What are you gonna do?
I think Erdan is going to pull out his longbow at this point.
Okay.
And is the priestess in sight?
Yeah, you can see the priestess.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and do an attack. Because I'm hidden, does that give me advantage?
Yes, it does.
Coolio. All right, let's try this.
Oh, wait a minute. You hid last turn, and then you did Tasha's hideous laughter. So I think you would need to take the hide action first, because like casting a spell reveals your position. So you would just have to take the hide action again.
All right, let's do that then.
Or use caper to give you the help action.
Just gonna go for, that's 18 to hide.
Okay. Yeah,
And
you are decently hidden, hiding behind some of the rigging, and you pop out and launch your arrow, roll up your attack. And don't forget your D4 because of bless.
So that's a 15 plus 1 plus a bunch of other stuff. So I'm guessing that hits.
Yeah, you know what? As it turns out, it does. So roll your damage and add your sneak attack.
Cool. All right, longbow damage is a D8. And then my sneak attack. Oh, I got an 8. Cool. So that's 12 plus, where's my sneak attack? 3d6. Cool.
Nighty night. This is what rogues are good for.
So 23 damage.
23.
Christ.
Well, fun fact. Erdan, how do you want to do this?
I have a feeling that he's a little cheeky, so he as soon as she would like open up her mouth to like make a command, the arrow would go through her mouth up to the head. Just be like, please be quiet.
Oh yeah. So that went badly for her. God damn it. All right, so that's gonna take us up to Sahuagin number 3, the one that is still on a shark and holding the hammer. I'm gonna have them start rolling to see if they maintain the resolve or they fuck right off now that their priestess is dead. He actually grips his hammer and eyes up you, and spurs his shark on forward and is going to try and take a swing at you. As he does, he lifts up the hammer and it starts to glow with this golden fire on it. And he rolls an attack. That is going to hit. Because you are in shark form. You have 45 hit points and you have a 12 AC. Remember those numbers. Specifically the 45. That is going to be 2 plus 4, which is 6, plus 3, which is 9, plus an additional 2. So that's 11 damage.
What?
He hit you with a really big flaming hammer.
Damn it.
What? You bit his mommy.
That's fair. I'll bite her again.
He swings his hammer at you. Oh, actually, come to think of it, he should have had advantage on that roll because you got hit earlier on, but it wasn't better. His first roll was a 19, so it's not like he was gonna miss.
All right, well.
So yeah, that's gonna be. Oh fuck! I just remembered. So Hawkins get 2 attacks because then they get to take a bite at you. But he misses on the bite. He like swings a hammer and then he's like, but you're way out of range. But he is also going to command his shark to take an attack at you. But that's just a 4. So the shark also tries to take a bite, but misses. Moira, you are awake and on the deck. Welcome to the adventure.
So remind me, there's nobody on the deck.
Not at the moment. There is one guy who is severely injured trying to climb down the deck. In fact, I'm going to have him roll something. Yeah, he manages to hang on to the deck, but barely. And then
So
there's
then
2 that were starting to climb down.
Okay. And so there's 2 in the water?
Yeah, in the water, there were 3 that were climbing up and there were 3 that were still in the water.
Okay.
One of which is now super fucking dead. That was the priestess. And there's one that's holding a hammer and one that's got a trident. There's a total of 6 Sahuagin.
Okay. And one is engaged with Nira.
Yeah, at the moment there's one astride its shark.
And Nira is currently wrapped around the body of the priestess astride the shark.
Yes.
But she did. Alrighty. Cool. I'm forgetting how to play my character. I want to. Oh shit. I cannot cast a bonus action spell if I also cast a regular action spell, yeah?
It depends on if one of them is a cantrip.
Okay, so I can cast a cantrip action and a bonus action.
Yeah, like if you have a spell that is a cantrip, and then you can also cast a bonus action spell on that same turn.
Got it. Sorry, I can't remember how to play this character.
That's right. That's what makes sorcerers real nasty, because they can use Quicken Spell to turn any spell into a bonus action. If you have the sorcery points to do it, yeah.
I haven't spent any spells today. Okay. Shit. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna cast Hex. On. Stop it. Get out. Hold on. Are they both? Hold on. Eldritch Blast is not concentration. I just wanted to make sure of that. So I'm gonna Hex. Who looks beefiest at this point?
Oh, the big boy that had the 2 swords. He's a big old beefy boy.
He gonna get hexed.
You hex that son of a bitch.
All right.
And then you're gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Yeah. Does this do any? You place a curse on a creature that you see within range until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target. Whenever you hit it with an attack, also choose one ability. When you cast a spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna do. You said he has swords?
Yeah, he has 2 short swords.
And he looks beefy. I'm gonna do. I think I want to do strength.
Okay.
I'm gonna make him disadvantage on strength checks.
Yeah.
So he hexed, and then I'm going to. So there goes one spell slot. Let me roll up to D20. I'm safe. Okay. And then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. I can't say that word. That is an 18 to hit
18 will hit.
with a 7 damage plus my 1d6 due to the hex.
Yes. So just let me know what your total is then.
So that is a total of 11 points. Math while drunk is hard.
Do you have 2
Do I have what?
with Eldritch Blast?
Yeah. At what level does that become 2 beams?
5.
Oh yeah. Then you can actually, when you cast Eldritch Blast, you attack twice.
It's 2 separate attacks, I think, right?
Yeah.
The spell creates more than 1 beam when you reach higher levels. 2 beams at 5th level.
Yep.
And 3. Okay. Yeah. So okay.
Are you targeting him with both beams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did it do it?
Yeah, that was another 18 to hit.
With 1 damage.
1 damage. Now the hex damage, that only does that get added on every attack or just 1 attack per turn?
Whenever you hit with an attack.
Okay, so roll another 1d6 then.
Yeah, I love hex.
Fuck yeah, that's that witchy shit. 2 more damage. So Moira's eyes flash with hex magic, and all of a sudden she puts out both her hands and beams shoot out of what color energy is Moira's magic?
Oh, it's gonna be red.
Red vibrant energy blasts into the lead Sahuagin, and that he did not like that very much. That is going to take us to one of the Sahuagins that's still in the water.
Are they still rolling to see if they cave or not?
Yeah. What's this one gonna do? Oh yeah, no, this one is eyeing up what has happened here and is gonna get the fuck out. So he kips on his shark and turns to swim away. Bark, you're up next, but before we do that, I need to take a very quick break because I've been drinking a significant amount of beer. Sorry, gang. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hey.
You're muted.
We're doing pretty well so far.
Yeah.
Just got to get Nira out of the water so we can get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I didn't really think how I get back on the boat, but that's okay. That's future Nira's issue.
Just throw a rope down and you bite onto it.
Like dolphin.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Back up, like
Fleur could technically throw you a rope and you could bite it and he could haul you back up.
That's true. Or I could just hang out in the water and escort the ship for a while in case anybody else decides to try us.
Let's just like reach down.
I'm
This
gonna
big rope.
try to play my
Yeah.
pipes again and create a wave and get us out of there.
Okay.
So I need you on the boat to do that.
So somebody
Yeah,
just
let's
throw a
go.
rope over at some point so that I can bite onto that sucker and go with the ship when that comes.
We got a giant barbarian. I mean, he could probably get you back in the boat.
yeah, I can like reach down and be like, I'll pick you up.
I'm back. Sorry about that, gang.
It's gonna be like one of those
I
like,
love your shirt.
claw games with the stuffed animals. Like, can you get the Nero?
Yes.
Bark went to go pee too, so you're still waiting.
Okay.
Where did you get that shirt, Ben?
Oh,
Shannon.
yeah, my friend Shannon ordered it for me.
Oh, okay. It's great.
It has an ostrich, and it says, allegedly.
I love it.
For those who are not familiar with Letterkenny, it's a reference to a guy who allegedly had carnal relations with an ostrich.
I did not have sex relations with the ostrich.
I'm like having to relearn all my spells because I don't remember how to play Moira at all.
that because you're drunk, or is there another reason?
That, and I haven't really had to fight with her for like 3 months, 2 months.
That's true. We haven't done a lot of fighting lately.
You're not used to playing a sorcerer at this point.
I've been playing a barbarian in our Pathfinder campaign.
I have returned.
Is everybody's bladder happy now?
Okay.
All right, let's bounce.
All right. So, Mark, you're up.
Woo!
You awake from a dream or from a sleep where you didn't have a nightmare. What do you do?
So there's one still in the water that's not trying to run away. There's the priestess is dead. There's the one that's fighting Mira. Is that the only one that's in the water at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, there's another one in the water, but it is already like 80 feet off from where you guys are going, because it seems to be. And actually, admittedly, you wouldn't even be able to see it. It went down into the water.
Okay.
Right there at the surface, you see a shark, snake, a snark, a shake,
Snark.
a snark,
Gotta be
a snark that seems to be engaged with a dead fish lady and is getting attacked by a different fish person riding on the back of a different shark.
So one dead, one fucked off, one fighting me, and then 3 hanging over the rails.
Yeah. Also in the water, there are 5 sharks still, right?
Can I get to the 3 guys that are on deck?
Yeah, you can make it to them with your movement. Again, they're kind of hanging on the railing, like they were starting to climb down, and then the ship popped off.
Okay. But there's one that's like holding on for dear life and is almost dead.
Very close to dead, yes. He's holding a flail that seems to be glowing with cool incense burning off of it.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. Almost as if I gave him a cool magic weapon. Let's see if it sinks to the bottom of the sea.
Why don't I just go relieve him of that cool looking flail?
That's fun.
Yeah. So,
And hit him with it.
so I'm gonna stroll right over to that guy. And I'm gonna try and basically, impale him on the side of the boat with my short sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Because I'm upset.
As it turns out, oh my god.
On him, really?
Okay, you know what?
Kill that guy.
Hang on. Literally, no matter what you roll, how do you want to do this?
So, yeah, I pull my short sword out with one hand, stab him in the back while grabbing the flail that he drops instantly while I do so.
You know what? Normally, honestly, I was going to make you use your bonus action to roll like an acrobatics or an athletics check to see if you could catch it. But the fact that you rolled a nat 20 on your attack, I'm going to say that as you hit him, his hand pops up, like jerks from a nerve motion in just a way that it floats up and you just catch it above your head. The light goes out in the mace. It stops the flail. It stops giving off the scent of incense. But there is a flail just dangling in your upright stretched hand. You still have your bonus action, you fucking animal. What do you do now?
I have another attack also.
Yes, you do.
So, where's the nearest other guy?
I mean, the big one is just another like 5 feet over.
Do I have enough movement left to actually 5 feet is still attacking range, so I'm just gonna attack him too.
Yeah, they were like right next to each other. They were friends, turns out.
Yeah, they were. Past tense now.
The one guy always holds barbecues. The other guy always goes to him,
Play D&D.
Well, now he is barbecue.
You just killed that guy's his son's godfather. Fun fact.
Barbecue under the sea.
That one was an 11.
11 total.
Yeah.
Okay, so 11 total is not going to make it. He he reaches up with one of those short swords and parries your blow and eyes you threateningly and mutters something in Sahuagin that you don't know, but you almost instinctively know you just killed Jerry. He was my best friend.
All right, I guess I'm gonna use my bonus attack.
That's right. Okay, hang on. I will say you do not have your other short sword drawn.
Oh, you're
because
right. Right.
So if you want to roll an attack with disadvantage, because it's a little bit heavy for your offhand, I would allow it, because why the fuck not? This is hilarious.
So
But I will rein it in by saying you would need to at least roll with disadvantage.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I don't know if I'm proficient with that kind of weapon anyway.
Probably not.
Yeah. How do I add this? Manage equipment. Flail.
Yeah, you're more or less just going to roll a straight up roll with disadvantage, no modifiers.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, still.
I mean, you would add your strength to it.
Okay. So that would be plus
Bonus or anything.
2. Apparently, because it's a martial weapon, I do have proficiency with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Rangers are proficient with all martial weapons. Fun.
So that was the first one.
Yeah, so no.
And then, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're not used to holding a flail. They're kind of weird.
Yeah, I use his buddy's flail to swing at him, and it goes pretty wide.
Yeah. Ironically, what happens is the flail, you try to hit him, but you actually hit his buddy again as his body is falling into the briny deep. It just swings wide, and then you just hear a crunch as it hits a dead body before it can manage to actually fall into the ocean.
But that makes us look extra crazy.
Okay, which is fun because we're back up to the top of the order, which means we are dealing with that guy, the one whose friend just died. And at first, he was climbing down the railing, right? But now shit has popped off and he needs to defend himself. He got hit with Eldritch Blast or whatever. So he's going to do something a bit unorthodox. Remember, he has 4 arms. So he is going to draw his other sword and clang them together again like he did at the beginning. And he is going to disappear off the railing. And he is going to appear right behind you, Bark, like a real mean bastard. And he's going to roll some fucking attacks. Specifically, he's going to roll... hang on.
Thankful for those 6 temp hit points.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make you hurt for killing his buddy.
Jerry.
Should I be this mean? Okay, no, actually, he doesn't have advantage on this attack. Okay, because why would he? So his first attack is 11 plus 7, so 18. I imagine that will do the trick.
It certainly does.
All right, so that is going to be 8 plus 4 is 12 damage. He is going to hit you with his other short sword. Well, actually.
Wait, is this disadvantage because of his strength?
No.
I hexed him.
Yeah, short swords are finesse weapons that go.
No, well, and Hex is only on skill checks, so that would be like athletics or like a check to escape a grapple or something.
Oh shit!
But not on like attacks.
You're
But
right.
his
Shit. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, Hex is very specific. It's really good when it works, but otherwise it doesn't do a whole, like, it's good for the damage for sure.
Yeah.
His second attack was a nat 1, so that one misses Avi. But then he is going to try to take a meaty bite out of your shoulder. And for that one, he rolled a total of 17. I imagine that hits.
Yep.
Okay, so for that one, he is going to do 3, 6, 10 piercing damage. So he gets you with one sword. The other one, you manage to use one of your horns to parry like a fucking badass demon boy you are. But then by doing so, you expose a little spot on your neck where he digs in his shark-like teeth. And then he is going to
Well, I am going.
do nothing else because that's the end of his turn.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm going to attack him. Sentinel.
What are the rules of Sentinel?
If somebody attacks a friend of mine within 5 feet of me,
Goddamn right, Sentinel. All right, roll yourself an attack.
Fucking get him, Flirt.
I remembered the Sentinel reaction causing 0 movement, but I forgot that Sentinel also as a reaction allows you to just protect your friends.
yeah, he just attacked my friend. He was running away. Now he's attacking. So
Wang-a-lang bang that hammer.
yeah. All right. 8 plus 6.
Is that plus
Oh,
6 or plus 7?
Plus 7. Yeah, I forgot because I'm Siege Breaker is a +1 now.
Well, the reason I ask is because plus 7 just hits.
Yeah, I forgot that the Siege Breaker is a +1 now.
Yeah.
So it's +7 now.
Do it.
So 15.
Yeah. 15 is exactly the number you needed to hit.
So D4 and a D12
Fuck his day up. I'm ready.
and
Right, there are 3 light buttons on the top box. Should be Claire's handbook. Go get that.
so 12.
12 damage. Yeah, no, he felt that. Fleur swings his hammer as he takes the big meaty bite out of Bark's shoulder and just clobbers this dude on the side of the fucking head. And he's like, "Argh!" It actually hurts you a little bit worse, Bark, because the teeth kind of got dragged out, but not mechanically, just for flavor. That's going to move us up to Sahuagin number 2, which is one of the ones that was on the railing. He is going to use his movement to pull himself up now that shit is popping off. Actually, you know what? To be fair, I'm going to have him roll the same thing I had the others roll. No, fuck it. He rolled less than a 10. He is going to fully let go of the railing and drop into the water and swim to the back of his awaiting shark and start to move away. That would be the Sahuagin priestess, but she's dead as disco. Up next is the guy who only has 2 hit points left.
Tup though, right?
Huh?
It's Tup
Tup
Tup?
Tup. Tup Tup will be after this.
Okay.
Okay. Just come in here. Your turn's next.
The guy with 2 hit points left. Oh wait, no, you fucking killed him. Never mind. You killed him with a critical hit.
I stabbed him in the back.
Yeah, I forgot to actually put in the damage for him. So yeah, no, he's fucking dead.
That's because we didn't roll it. We were like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I forgot to add it because he literally had 2 hit points. So even if you rolled a 1 on damage and added nothing to it, it would still be a 2. So that's going to take us to Tup Tup then. Tup Tup, you are manning the ballista. Now, I had mentioned this to them before. Tup Tup still does have 2 vials of this explosive fluid. If you want to use a bonus action to attach one of those to the head of a ballista bolt, I would allow you to turn this into an incendiary grenade or an incendiary missile, if you so choose.
All right, Tup Tup.
Give me the stats on the ballista hit and damage.
Sorry, I'm going to need you to speak up. I can't hear you.
Could I get the stats on the ballista real quick for the 2 hit and the damage?
Okay, so for the ballista, you're going to add your dexterity to it to hit. damage is going to be 3d10 for damage. And then if you choose to use the incendiary device, that is also going to be 3d6 to anything within 5 feet of where it explodes. If you want to just shoot the bolt on its own, 3d10.
So how close is the one Sahuagin to me?
Oh, he's within 5 feet. You guys would
Okay.
both have to make a dexterity saving throw if he made that choice. But there are other ones in the water, or you could just aim at a random.
I'm sorry, I missed entirely. So it uses dexterity to shoot?
Yeah.
So will he add his +4 to dex to the ballista attack?
To hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So which one has the most health?
Okay. So on the deck with you currently is the one big boy that is fighting your two friends. In the water, there is one that is fighting your other friend that is on the back of a shark. There are a couple other sharks that are still just kind of swimming around trying to figure out what to do. And there are two guys that are booking it away on shark back. One of them was already kind of under the water, so you can't really see him. The other one like just started, so you can still see that one. So it's whether you want to fight the guy that's on deck, who is in terms of like video game knowledge, he seems more like a boss. The one that is in the water fighting with Nira seems more like a regular minion.
Please don't
But
blow
there's
up
also
the ship.
random sharks in the water, so there's
Yeah,
that
don't
too.
blow up the ship.
So if I tried to ballista the one on the ship, would that damage the ship?
No, not if you don't attach the bomb to it.
Okay, then Tup's gonna attack without the Molotov.
The Molotov.
Hang on.
He said it.
Are you adding the bomb to the one near?
Without.
Okay, so Tup swivels the ballista around to take a shot at the one that's on the ship currently.
Yes.
All right, Tup, roll your attack.
That's just a D20.
Yeah. You roll a d20.
Plus
12 plus. Is he proficient?
I'm gonna say no, so you're just gonna add the +4 for the dexterity.
16.
16's gonna hit.
Yeah, Tup.
So that's, you said 3d10?
3d10.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, hold on.
If
Shit, I'm sorry. That's too much going on. I'm the D10? D10?
Yeah, 3 10s.
Don't want that.
Yes.
Pull it out 3 times.
I'm gonna scrapping this.
9. 6, so 21.
21 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we
Adopting a goblin was a good idea.
Woo!
what we see is Tup, who is definitely not tall enough to properly work a ballista, like jumps and uses his momentum to swivel the thing around, and as he does so, pulls the lever, and as this big Sahuagin has just stabbed and bit Bark and then got hit by a hammer, he turns to snarl at Bark and then woof, gets nailed with this ballista bolt that's like 6 feet long that just fully goes through his shoulder, leaving a hole, and just buries itself into the side of the ship.
Is he still alive?
Oh yeah, no, he's still alive. But that fucking hurt.
Holy
All right.
smokes.
I guess that's gonna do it for Tup's turn, I imagine.
Do you want to
Uh,
remain on the blister? Do you want to do anything else?
Is anyone like badly injured?
Can you heal?
Yeah.
Tup can heal?
Is anybody like badly injured?
Yeah, I think Tup might have healing word.
Bark is injured.
Yeah.
And Nira isn't.
Well, what does he have for healing?
Healing word, yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you
healing
get off
word
the
you
list,
can
you
use as
also
a
get
bonus
back on
action.
again.
What's the range on healing word?
It is 60 feet.
Oh shit, yeah, you could actually heal either Bark or Nira, who are both have been hurt.
Like how badly have they been hurt? Do they need need help?
I would say that Bark has been hit harder than Nira has, but I mean, it would be up to him how he's doing. I don't know if you want to use it or not.
He walked away for a second, but he said he got like, he had like 60 something points and he got hit with like 40. Is that about right? Did you guys?
He's down to like 40 something.
He
I
has
think-
60 hit points?
I think he said he had more than 60 and he
God,
got.
it's so squishy.
That guy.
Squishy.
Help.
You are so squishy. And I think he's like, I was just like lamenting, like, if I do a healing word myself, like, am I even gonna make a dent? Because there's such little numbers. But yeah, between the two of us, it might be good. How many does Mira have right now?
Mira's in the water filled with sharks.
Mira is down to like 28, I think.
Yeah.
Put him in.
I think Mira needs it.
Shark
Yeah.
form. So
Sure, she needs to embark this.
yeah, if my shark snake gets killed, all right, whatever, I can swim, right? I'm not gonna be like
Yeah.
screwed.
Whatever it goes beyond the 45 it just carries over, but
Uh-huh.
you go back to whatever your hit point maximum was before.
Okay, so yeah, if Bark needs it, I have my 20 some left plus my normal hit points. I would be okay
Yeah.
if Bark took that.
Moon druids can be pretty fucking tanky, to be honest. So is that going to end it for Tup Tup then?
Yeah, I'll save my bonus action for now.
So
Sounds
wait,
good.
what did Tup Tup do?
Are you
Oh, go ahead.
are you casting bonus action or not? Are you casting?
No.
You're just gonna hold it?
Yeah,
Okay, he's gonna save it.
That's fine. I mean, let's be honest. The party's doing pretty well. I tried to balance a pretty hard battle here, but Nira went ahead and scared most of them off. Moving on to Gander. Gander, it's your turn.
Gander is not going to use her pipes this time because Nira's in the water. I'm going to cast blindness on the asshole that's targeting Nira.
Oh, okay. What does he roll?
Choose one creature you can see within range to make a Constitution saving throw. If it fails, the target is either blinded or deafened for the duration, my choice. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of the 3rd level or higher, you can target one additional creature for each slot level above 2nd.
Okay, so you just cast it on the one, yes?
If I can cast it on both, I'm going to cast it on both. I'm just going to blind the motherfuckers.
Well, you should have a couple full level spell slots at this point.
I do.
Okay, so do you want to cast it at 3rd level then?
Yeah.
Okay, so I already rolled for one. I'll roll for the other here. Fuck. All right, so Gander raises her hands and I don't know, what does it look like when Gander casts a spell?
I've never thought about it. Give me 2 seconds.
Give her a little shimmy.
No, Gander actually puts her hands on her hips and shakes her head like, fuck all of you, and gives a nod.
And as she nods, like cataracts over the eyes of the two Sahuagin, fully they've gone milky old man eye. They cannot see a goddamn thing. For the record, one of them rolled a natural 8 and the other one rolled a natural 5. I did not make that shit.
So who was affected? The one attacking Nira and who else?
The one on the deck and the one that's down dealing with Nira.
The only 2 left.
The only
The other
two
two
left.
are
They're
running away.
both-
Oh, okay.
So yes, 2 are running, 1 is dead.
2 are
2
dead.
are dead. Yes.
One is dead with you and one just dropped into the briny deep.
And for my bonus action, can I go join Tup Tup at the ballista?
Yeah, you can use your movement to head over to Tup Tup.
Yeah, I'm gonna go head over to Tup Tup.
Okay, sounds good. Does that do it for your turn then?
Yep.
All right, Fleur, you're up, and Nero, you're on deck.
Ready.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and smash on old big boy here. It didn't work.
No,
Wait.
first attack's not good. Oh wait, but you can do reckless attack if you want to roll with advantage.
D4. Oh, that didn't work. So, yep. 10 plus 7.
That'll do it.
All right.
Oh, and you have extra attack now. You should have
And
attacked.
I have an extra attack, yeah.
I forgot about that.
So,
Do it, Fleur.
D4, 1. That's 12. So, 15.
Total of 15. Ouch.
I am going to try again. All right, 15.
Yep, that's gonna do it.
No. All right, so let's go. That's all right. 4, 9, 13. So 16.
Plus the 12?
Yeah, no, that's including what he already added
Yeah.
to it. Woof. Yeah, no, that starting to look a little rough. To be fair. Do you do anything else with your turn? Or maybe you don't have much in way of bonus actions.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it because you know I don't want to.
Oh, sorry.
Can you get Nira out of the water?
I mean, I guess I could try to get Mira out of the water.
I don't know if you would be in range to do anything like that.
Oh yeah, she's
He couldn't
still
even he couldn't even throw a rope over the side.
Okay, I would argue that with if you want to use your bonus action to throw out like a life preserver, there's probably those on the boat.
And there's plenty of rope because it's a boat, so he could at least throw a rope.
Well, does it have like a little lifeboat?
It doesn't have like a dinghy or anything, but I'd say like a block of like a round thing of wood, like a life preserver on a rope. Yeah, they probably have.
Because I mean, I'm pretty hefty. I could throw a boat, like a tiny little dinghy. But
the boat itself is pretty fucking small. It can be crewed by 3 people, so no, it doesn't have a dinghy.
Yeah.
That'd be like a motorcycle sidecar.
Yeah. Then I'll throw a life. I'll throw that little life thingy out there so that after Mira takes a dead body and smashes the other fish with it, she can grab it and haul her in.
Thanks.
All right, well, that's going to take us to Nira's turn. Nira, to start us off, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Perception or investigation, whichever one you're better with, but I imagine for you it'd probably be perception, given that you are a druid.
I cocked it. Oh, just kidding. It's a nat 20.
Fun fact, you sat the die up here, also on a 20. So with a nat 20 perception check, you notice that this priestess happens to have on her finger a thing that she didn't get a chance to fucking use, but a very beautiful bejeweled emerald ring. It's like kind of stands out from the fact that she's an ugly kind of fish lady, but big old ring on the finger. So maybe you wanted to deal with that before the body sank to the bottom. Up to you.
So what I would like to do is I see the ring and I cut off her hand and put it in my, I guess I don't have a bag or anything.
You could just fully eat it.
I mean, I could
just throw it up later.
I mean, I could. Tell you what, I'm gonna bite it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bite her arm.
I'll say you could use your bonus action to do that.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm gonna bite her arm and I'm gonna tuck that into my cheek like a squirrel, and bring that back for later. And I'm gonna take her body and I'm gonna throw it into the sea for all of the sharks that are just sort of aimlessly swimming. So they're gonna have blood in the water, and they are gonna be preoccupied with the body of Priestess Lady, which, given my intimidation, all the other Sahuagin are gonna be like, yo, that's fucking cold. Like, damn. So hopefully that makes the one around me who is, well, I guess he's blind. He wouldn't
He's
see it.
fully blind.
That's okay. That's okay.
But
Whatever.
do you want to
I'm not
attack
worried.
the one that's
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking
in
attack
front of
him.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna check something really quick about blindness because I know it gives them disadvantage on attacks, but I want to see if it gives you advantage on
I would
attacks.
imagine that it would. So yeah, I have the ring in my mouth. The sharks are focused on Priestess Lady. Which hopefully gives them something to do and has them forget that they were even dealing with the Sahuagin and attacking things.
I'm trying to find information on blindness. Blind.
It should be under deafness blindness, I think.
Well, yeah, I see the spell, but I'm actually looking for the blind condition to see if it gives you advantage on attacks against the person who is blinded.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would.
Or if it's just advantage on them trying to attack, or a disadvantage on them trying to attack. You know what? Fuck it. Here we go. Blinded condition. No? Really not gonna fucking tell me D&D Beyond?
I think that means it's DM's choice.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
There you go. You found it. All right. So yeah, so you attack with advantage because this fucker's blind and he cannot defend himself.
Blinded by the danger. So that's a 3. That's okay. I have advantage. 13 plus whatever my
13 plus whatever is going to hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and take your sharky, snaky, your snark bite.
Snark bite.
So if you're using your shark bite,
yes,
it's going to be 2d8 plus 4.
5, so 14.
14.
14.
Yeah, no, he felt that for sure. All right, so that's going to do it for your turn. Rizwin, we're back around to you.
Is there like a spell that would bring my axe back to me? Because I'm not entirely sure how to use all of these. Like the thaumaturgy, you can open. It says you can like make windows or doors slam shut or fly open. Can I bring something to me that I like?
You know what? For fun's sake, we'll say that when Bark critted on that guy and the flail came popping up into his hand, the axe also came popping up and Bark tipped it with his horns back onto the deck. So don't worry about your fucking hand axe.
I want to throw it again. All right.
Okay, why not?
Because so I can reach it. Can I like grab at it as like is that like a bonus action?
Yeah, you know what? All right, so we're gonna roll back. This is I'm drunk. This is gonna be bullet time. So you throw your axe leaning off the deck of the ship. It plunges into the back of him. Bart comes down with the sword, impales him perfectly. Just the way that his body jerks when he gets stabbed. Bart catches the flail and the axe goes flying up and he tips it with his horn like he's given an alley-oop, and you catch it and then you rear back to throw it again.
Nice. Okay. So is that a bonus action then? So because I mean, like to throw an axe is a
I am allowing that to be a free object interaction. You have your full turn. Do with it what you want.
Okay. I would like to aim Sacred Flame at the one that is. We only still have one left, right? Like.
There's the one that Nira is fighting in the water right now, and then there's the one that's up on deck. The one that's in the water right now is just a regular kind of guy, but he has his shark with him. The one that's on deck is kind of a beefier boy.
Okay, so I'm gonna aim the what was I saying? The Sacred Flame and and as a bonus action, I'm gonna throw the axe. Same guy, the one on deck, sorry. So what do I have to roll?
Oh, yeah, fuck it. All right. So for Sacred Flame, you know what? I'm having fun here. For Sacred Flame, he is going to roll a dex saving throw, which he does not accomplish. So roll your damage for Sacred Flame.
7.
Okay, so the one on deck takes 7 damage. Technically, throwing an axe would be an action.
So if there's a bonus action and it says action in combat if you have 2 fighting or if you have 2 weapon fighting.
Do you have 2 weapons?
Yeah, I do. I have the hand axe and then I have the battle hammer.
No, that's a feat.
What?
Okay, so here's what's up. Technically, that's only when you take the attack action that you can make another attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
But I'm a little drunk and this is fun, so go ahead and throw your axe.
Well, I don't want to take anything I'm not supposed to take. That's
Okay, then don't.
All right, it's fine. That's it. The sacred flame. Yeah.
Rizwin catches the axe and puts it back in her belt as she causes a beam of holy fire to strike down from the sky. And he tries to dodge out of the way, but he totally fucking doesn't and gets struck by that. This
He's
dude,
blind.
Gald, is having a bad fucking day, you guys.
It's a bad day.
Hernan, back around to you, buddy.
All right. So there's that the kind of boss looking dude up on the deck, right?
Yeah, right now he's looking less like a boss and more like a piñata, but sure.
All right. Well, let's make him a pincushion.
I'm getting whomped so bad, you guys.
Is he movement away from me?
Yeah, no, fuck it. You can get to
Okay.
him.
All right. It's
He can do so much, you guys, and he has been just in this one spot getting fucking owned.
Well,
hurt me, Daddy.
Titus, Caper, and I all have something to say.
All right.
All right. Me, Titus, and Caper are all gonna go storm down on the deck. I want to use Caper to kind of get a help action. Kind of Caper will fly right in front of him, throw up his wings, move to the right, I'll move to the left and attack him with a short sword.
He's blind.
Roll it up.
He can't see you. He's blind.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway for style points.
It's a
He's like,
sneak
I'm doing
attack
this for
regardless. He didn't
Doing
even
it for myself, man. All right,
Like
that was a 1 and a 16.
Like a guy making Lego art in the dark. He has no idea the beauty of your genius.
Yeah, no
Your
clue. No
strategy
clue.
here. Yeah, no, turns out 16 will hit. So go ahead and roll your damage and your sneak attack, you monster. I love you.
Fuck you, I love you either way.
Well, sneak attack 16 damage so far.
Hey, guess what? He's starting to really feel it.
All right, so 16 plus another D6 plus 4. And then I have, I didn't say booming blade, but that's whatever.
So another 9 damage.
So yeah, 16 plus 9, so 25 damage.
All right, so he's looking real bad, right?
Titus is also going to attack.
Yeah, Titus has something to say about this too, and that attack.
Hey boss, let me get in on this.
Hey, you remember how I killed that other guy? Let me kill this guy too.
That's just a straight up 11 with him. I forget if I add anything.
You have advantage though.
That is true.
He does have advantage.
That's only a 6, so.
Okay, well you would still add whatever your dex, like it's as if you were attacking with a dagger. So
Okay, gotcha. So if I'd be adding my dex onto it, that's 15 to hit.
And your proficiency and all that shit.
Okay, yeah, then that's more than enough, probably.
Yeah, so that's going to do it. Go ahead and roll for damage, which, it's rolling for a dagger, so D4.
So 2 with a dagger. Does he take any dexterity damage from me?
Yeah, again, it's as if you were attacking with a dagger.
All right, so that's a total of 6 damage from Titus.
Yo, I'm not even making this shit up. Literally the exact number you needed to hit. How do you want to do this?
How does Titus
fillets in.
I mean, he wants to do it in the most gruesome fashion possible.
Yeah, you know I do.
So he just he sees an opportunity, and I think he just goes straight for the heart.
Just, whew. You know what? And it hits with such an impact that it's a through and through. Titus comes out the other side of this guy, red and glistening like an anime scene, and the already milky eyes go glazed as he drops to the deck, dead. The blades in his hands clanging out onto the deck. As well as something that he had in his other pair of hands, which appears to be a garrote that he never got to use.
Oh my gosh.
I love you.
Yeah, this is a really cool character. He's dead now.
I would have rolled an extra D8 of damage if I just remembered Booming Blade.
I found him in the monster manual. Has a name and everything. But he's gone now.
He's done now.
Man. All right, so I guess that'll do it for Erdan's turn. Good turn, bro. Gonna move on to the Sahuagin that's still fighting Nero.
The blind.
He doesn't know any better. He's starting to swing wide. Oh my god. That was already a nat 2, so he totally misses with his first attack. That was a nat 4, totally misses with his second attack. He's going to instruct his shark to attack, though. His shark is not blinded. The shark is going to hit. 3, 2 plus 4 is 9. So the shark manages to strike out and bite you. Sharky. Oh, and actually, it would have had advantage on that roll because you're already wounded. Technically, he would have not had disadvantage because he has blood sense. So, but he rolled really shit anyway for his rolls. But the shark would have had advantage. Let's see if it crit. It did not, because you're bleeding and they can smell the blood. So that one is not going to do it. However, I am going to have some rolls here for the other random sharks that are in the water that can smell the blood. Okay. All right, so here's what's going to happen. 2 of these attacks are going to go towards you, and actually, hang on. How many sharks are still in the water? There's the one that he's on that already attacked. There was one that he was on, and one that he was on. There should be 4, if I'm remembering correctly. There are 4 sharks in the water. I rolled 4 times. The first 2 are against you. The other 2 are against him because he is starting to bleed and he has no idea what the fuck is going on. Fun fact, that last one was a natural 20, so he's about to get bit real bad.
Oh, him.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this. That's only going to be 3, and I'm just going to multiply it by 4 and split it up. So you are going to take 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. You're going to take 14 damage from the sharks coming and starting to bite at you.
Oh my god.
He, on the other hand, is going to take 6 plus 12 plus 8, which he gets torn apart by these sharks that are like blood in the water. That is like enough to kill him, to be sure. Yeah, so basically you manage to square off with this guy and the sharks start to go wild. there's like a feeding frenzy starting to go on. You get nipped a couple times. How many points of damage have you taken already?
I mean, I have one left.
It's still while you're still in your
One.
animal form.
My form is hanging on by 1 point, which means it's only then one more until I go back to being Nira.
And you're in the water full of sharks.
Injured in the water full of sharks, and I've already taken a hit from the Sahuagin. Although I guess I would have. No, he got me before I changed. So I had taken some damage before I even.
So whatever your hit points were before you changed, it's gonna stay at that number.
Oh, okay. So then I have a little bit more.
Yeah. You have a pretty nice buffer.
Well, no, what I mean is then that means I have a little bit more in this form because I was counting that damage as.
Oh, okay.
But it occurred after.
Okay.
Like before I changed.
Gotcha.
So Nira has a hit, but still has a good amount of HP left.
Gotcha.
The form still has like maybe 1 hit left.
Okay.
But I need to get out of there.
Yeah. So that is going to move us up to Moira. Moira, the folks on deck are the folk on deck is dead. There are bodies sinking in the water, but currently you start to see a bunch of sharks start to go crazy right around your buddy Nira. What are you going to do?
Okay. Hex works on creatures. So I guess I could move a hex to a shark, yeah?
Yeah.
How many sharks are currently attacking Nira?
There are 4, well, I guess now, total 4 sharks in the water right now. And the only target that is left is Nira. Except for, each other, but they're not going to deal with each other when there is a feeding frenzy.
Perfect. I hate that. Give me a second. I'm going to.
And remember, she has the rope, that the life preserver that Fleur tossed her.
Great. That's not gonna do me any good right now. Sorry. Shit. All right. Chaos Bolt. I can't tell if it's. I thought you could hit multiple people with this. I'm trying to figure out if I have something I can attack multiple creatures with, other than Fireball, because that's a bad idea.
Fireball might be a bit rough on Nira, although you would hit all the sharks. You can target different creatures with your Eldritch Blast Beam, so you could try to attack multiple of them. But these are hunter sharks. They are like big, beefy sharks, right? So.
Would Maximilian's Earthen Grasp work in the water? No, it says ground. Fuck. There's no ground. All right. Shit, what do I have? I don't know if I have anything.
You could try to.
Twin spell. I could do twin spell.
You could do twin spell.
All right, hold on. Let me. No, go away. Go back.
Twin spell can be used on a spell, as I recall, that only targets one creature. So it wouldn't work necessarily for Eldritch Blast, but if you were using it for something like
Chaos Bolt,
Firebolt, or Chaos Bolt, then yes.
when you cast a spell that targets only one creature and doesn't have a range of self, you can spend a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level to target a second creature in range with the same spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't twin Eldritch Blast, and you can't twin like Fireball, but something that specifically targets a creature, you can double it and attack 2 different creatures with it.
One creature in range. Okay. A creature can be targeted only once by each casting of this spell. Okay. What? I have Quicken, Spell, and Twinned. But then I can only cast one. I can't use Twin for Eldritch Blast. Then I'm letting my Hex die, which is fine. It's only 1d6. Because the guy that the Hex was on is dead. So either I have to move it or it dies. So I was gonna use my bonus action to move it, but you're right, I could do Quicken, Eldritch Blast. So what, can I do Quickened and do Chaos Bolt twice and then Eldritch Blast as a bonus action? No, because that only works as a cantrip.
Right. You could use Quicken Spell. You could use Quicken Spell to use Chaos Bolt twice.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I? I don't understand how this works. I've never used this before. Sorcery points. I have 5 sorcery points. If I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt, which is a 3rd level spell, can I even do that? Because I thought it said.
No, wait. One of them still has to be a cantrip, right? In order to cast 2 spells in the same turn. But what you could do is you could use Quicken Spell to cast Chaos Bolt as a bonus action and then still use your action to do Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So you have 3 attacks to roll. You can choose to make all of those go at the same shark, or you could try to target different sharks. Up to you.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 2. 2 on 1 and 1 on 1.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Am I rolling? I'm so confused. I'm sorry.
You're going to roll 3 ranged spell attacks.
Okay. Which Eldritch Blast, is I rolling that once or twice?
You would roll that twice. Each beam is considered a separate attack.
$13 and $23.
Yeah, those are gonna hit.
Great. And so I was gonna do that on 1 on each, and then do the second spell on the first shark.
Okay. So Moira puts out her hands. 2 Eldritch Blasts go. Her eyes flash with sorcery magic, and she also casts Chaos Bolt.
Okay. Chaos Bolt. Attack. Did you attack? Why did you not attack? Choose damage type. Acid.
Yowzers.
28 points of damage for the first shark. So he got 6 and 28. So that's 34.
Wow, how did that do that much damage?
Chaos Bolt is OP!
Fucking beefy. So yeah, and you know what? For sake of fun, you open your mouth and the Chaos Bolt just comes hurling out and blasts this shark.
Hang on. Let me see if something other happens. No.
I was gonna say, what is your counter up to now?
That was 6 and 7, so almost.
Yeah, you're getting there. So yeah, that shark is looking. Well, both those sharks got hit, but the one that you hit with the acid is looking super wounded. Although realistically, all we need to get out of battle now is for Nira to get out of the water. Bark, that is your turn. And then Tup will be on deck.
There's nobody on deck anymore, right?
Nope, just your buddies and the dead.
Okay. And the one Sahuagin still fighting Nira is still up.
Oh no, that one just got torn apart by sharks. Right now, she is just in the water with a bunch of hunter sharks.
So okay, that's the biggest threat to us right now is the hunter sharks.
Yeah.
All right. How is she looking?
I have one hit against me in Nira form, but only one hit left in my snark form.
All right. So don't do anything risky, I guess.
I mean, only one hit to Nira. I think I have like 45 HP left as Nira and like 7 as my snark. So if you need to do something a little risky and I take a little bit of damage and I turn back into Nira as I swim for the life preserver, I'm not going to be upset with you.
Yeah, like if something that you do knocks her out of her wild shape form, it only carries over into her other hit points. So like it's not like she's instantly dead.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna lean over the edge and pull out my bow, the trickster.
Hell yeah.
There. And I'm going to aim, I guess, in the center of all the sharks. I don't know. Are they still around her or?
It's like a feeding frenzy right now, so they're all kind of in the same 10-foot radius.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to shoot, I guess, at the edge of that mass of sharks that's further away from Nira to try.
So you're not aiming at one in particular, or you are aiming at one and then
one on that side of the frenzy.
Okay. I'd say that the one that Moira just royally fucked up, if you want to aim at that one, I can say that one's closer to the edge.
Okay. Right. Here we go. Ignore the Colossus. Why did it do damage? That's not what I meant to do. I'm so sorry.
I mean, technically, it would take your Colossus Slayer damage.
Okay. Yeah. What's its AC though?
The AC of a hunter shark. What is? It's 12.
Oh, just enough then, huh?
Yeah. So, are you using the trick shot function?
Yes, I will be using the trick shot function, and I need to look up that.
What 12 is? I can look it up here if you need me to.
Well, I didn't roll the. I have to roll the.
Oh, okay. So that 12 wasn't for the trick shot roll.
No.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to go ahead and just roll that.
15. The arrow becomes a harmless feather.
So you draw back, you yell trick shot, and you loose your arrow, and poof, it turns into a feather and just rests on the surface of the water. You do have a second attack though.
Oh, right. I mean, yeah, sure. I'm gonna, unless he's moved already, I'm gonna target the same one on the edge.
Also, hang on. Yeah, if hang on, before you do that, if you wanted to, which obviously you already took a shot, but because the bow of the trickster is now kind of like the more advanced version, you can choose to burn another one if you wanted to re-roll that effect. It's up to you.
Oh, that's right. Twice per day. What time of day is it at the moment?
It's the middle of the night. Realistically, it's with a long rest, right? When you have a long rest, it resets the charges. When it says something per day, it means like long rest.
Twice per day. Okay, I'll do that once, I guess.
Okay, so go ahead and re-roll your effect, and maybe it won't be a feather.
6. The arrow becomes a volley of 10 arrows in a 10-foot radius.
Hell yes.
All creatures within the radius must make a DC 15 saving throw or be struck by one of the arrows.
That'll include you
Holy
as well.
smokes.
So you're gonna have to roll a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. And I'm gonna roll for a whole bunch of sharks. And you're not gonna get it either.
4. I'm hit.
I was really hoping somebody was gonna have like a tornado spell.
If I can make the pipes work, I can make a Sharknado.
Okay.
That
Only-
was my plan, was to make a Sharknado, but the fucking pipes wouldn't work.
Only one of the sharks saved, and all of the other sharks plus Nira all failed.
Oh, well, do they all take the 5 damage?
Yeah, everyone takes the 5 damage,
Okay.
which totally kills the one that she had loaded up with poison or with acid. So
Great.
you bend your bow back and fire it, and the arrow arcs in the air and explodes into a volley of smaller arrows as they and blood. The water start, even in the dark, you can see as the water starts to turn a darker shade, you're pelted by a bunch of tiny arrows.
Okay.
You also have your second attack if you want to.
Yeah, so I already rolled that and I got 21 total.
Sure.
I'll just roll that as a regular arrow towards one of them that looks like near death.
Okay, yeah. If you want to go ahead and attack actually, none of the other ones are really near death. There was just the one. I mean, Moira had hurt one of them, but none of them else got hit as badly as by her chaos bolt.
All right, so I just pick whatever next one.
So you're not trick shotting on this other one?
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, you drop another arrow into another one of them.
So I just took 5 damage.
Yeah. Are you still snark?
I have 1 hit point left as a snark.
All right. So that is going to take us around then to Tup Tup.
Hey, that's you.
Yeah.
So it's your turn. Yeah. There are sharks in the water. Nira is still in the water, and she has 1 hit point left in her snark form.
Okay. My action. Shoot.
Beautiful child.
Okay, speak up. They can't hear you. So you're gonna ballista a shark.
Tup Tup's gonna ballista the shit out of a shark.
You're going to ballista a shark?
Yep.
Now here's the question, my friend. Are you firing just the harpoon at it, or are you strapping a bomb to it too?
Do not. Nira is still there. Just 1 hit point.
It's okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, no. If you do that, regardless of what happens, she is going to be losing her form. But it's not going to kill her.
Nope.
Because once she runs out of the hit points on her animal form, she goes just back to being her regular form. So it's up to you what you want to do.
There's a life preserver in the water, my dude. I'm ready.
I'm just gonna use the regular ballista. And then I'll have a plan after that.
Okay. So you're going to fire your ballista at one of these sharks.
Yes.
All right, roll it up.
D20. There you go. What is that?
7.
7 plus your dex?
11.
11.
Ooh, unfortunately, sploosh. That one just misses a shark. As you fire your ballista, the shark happens to dart just at the last second, and it splashes into the dark water next to it.
Do you have any ideas?
Bonus action to cast Healing Word.
Healing word. Okay.
Okay, who are you casting it on?
Onto Nira.
There we go. Casting healing word on Nira. Go ahead and roll the dice to see how much Nira heals.
So what dice does he need to roll?
It should be in the description of the spell.
That's that one. Let me see. No, it's not on top. You get 4 points.
Okay, 4 and then
Wait, hold on. Where's the other word? So, creature of your
plus
choice.
spellcasting spells.
Spellcasting ability modifier?
Yes, I have nothing.
What's top spellcasting ability modifier?
Intelligence.
So plus 3, you get 7 points. Yes!
7 hit points back to Nira's snark form. All right, good on you, Tuppies. That is actually going to take us to Gander. Gander, what's up?
All right, Gander has a plan. Gander's gonna move to the edge of the boat, and I'm gonna lean over the rail and yell, Nira, get ready to walk on water. And I'm going to cast the water walk spell.
Hell yeah. No roll necessary.
Exactly. So I yell, Nira, get ready to run. And I raise my hands out over the water like Moses. And the water turns solid so that she can run across it.
So, am I able to react, or do I have to wait for my turn?
You'll be around to your turn, but your turn's coming up soon.
Okay.
But beneath you, the water almost feels as if you could step upon it like Christ himself.
A snark.
Or a snark. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I look over at Fleur and yell, get those fish asses off my boat.
By the way, water walk, can you only target one creature with that spell, or can you target multiple?
Hang on. Let me look at this.
I think you can target several.
Up to 10 willing creatures I can see within range gain the ability.
That's what I thought. Do you want to cast that on everybody?
Why would I want to?
The ability to walk on water? You don't?
We
Do it.
literally just
It's
need
free
to
value.
get in the boat so we can get the hell out of there.
Okay. I'm just saying that Fleur's turn is coming up, and I imagine that Fleur would want to bowling pin these sharks, but that's up to you what you want to do.
Well, I mean, I could pick up a giant snake snark and
Right.
carry it back.
Oh,
Yeah, actually you could. You're technically large size right now, so
Yeah, I'm
I don't see any reason why not.
Fleur, if you end up at the bottom of the ocean, so help me God, I
again.
will leave your ass at the bottom of the ocean.
So say it wouldn't be the first time. Woo!
Whoa. But Fleur, if you jump in, who's hauling us both up? Because I'm a giant snake shark and you are huge. So who the hell is going to be able to haul us up?
Hold
I'll
on.
just grab the boat and
How tall is he and how tall is the boat?
I was gonna say, to be clear, with the water level, like how high the boat rides in the water, if Fleur jumps overboard as he is enlarged, he's basically eye level with the side
Yeah.
of the boat.
I'm like, yeah, I could just
He is literally 12 feet tall right now.
throw you over there.
All right, Fleur, don't do anything stupid. I'm going to cast it on Fleur and Nira.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
no promises.
God, get that on a t-shirt. No promises. All right,
Just Greg jumping over a fence.
Fleur, that is your turn. What are you gonna do?
Yep, my turn. I am going to do a run, and I'm gonna run towards Nira and pick her up and bring her back to the boat.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen with that. First, I'm gonna need you to, you know what? To make it fun, roll me an athletics check. And because you are raging, that is gonna be with advantage.
That's 23.
Okay. So I'm not going to make you limited in any way because that is a baller ass athletics check. You hoist this shark over your shoulder and start booking it back. As you do, two of the 5 sharks do manage to get an opportunity attack against you. So I'm rolling that right now.
But hang on, they can't be on top of the water. I didn't cast it on them.
Well, right, but they can still come to the surface. Like, the ability to walk on water doesn't mean that sharks can't still, like, breach up and bite. It's just that, like, when your feet touch the water, you don't sink in.
Got it.
So that is 2, 4, 4, 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 8. So 19, but because you're raging, that's going to be halved to round it down. Oh man, brain. 9. No, 8. 8, sorry. So 8 piercing damage as you are chomped at by these sharks biting at your ankles. But yeah, you book it up out and back to the side of the ship. And I'm going to say that given your massive size, you are able to, and the fact that you're not hindered by the water itself, you're able to vault yourself back onto the vessel.
Sweet.
We're out of combat, guys. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Did we solve your puzzle?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so to be fair, like realistically, Riley coming in with the intimidation check out of the gate, which really like stopped up the flow of battle. The first few rounds could have been really, really bad for you guys. So like her stopping that up made this battle, I mean, let's be honest, super duper easy. Only 2 of you got hit. But this could have gotten real nasty and it didn't. So yeah, you make it back onto the deck of the ship. The only 2 Anyway, Sahuagins have run away scared. You guys are on the deck mending to your wounds. Also, you have a dead Sahuagin on the deck of the ship, the largest one, whose name was Gald. But you'd never
the Gald.
So,
Somebody please throw that thing overboard.
so once Fleur unceremoniously drops me to the deck, I change back into my Nira form and look as though I'm going to throw up and just spit a thing out onto the deck. Or I guess I would have to do that as a shark because it's it's an arm.
It doesn't really
Either
matter.
way, the hand with the severed limb with the ring on it. You guys see me spit this out. And just like, thank you, Fleur. I'd like to think I had that under control, but I really appreciate what you did.
You got it, dude.
All right. And now I've got my ring. Don't know what this is, but I got it.
Well, Tup Tup is the person in the party who is quite adept at identifying items. He happens to have a and Evan, you wouldn't know this necessarily, but I flavor all of Tup Tup's spells because he's an artificer and an alchemist as just a bunch of random nonsense that he pulls out of his pants. And for when he's attempting to identify things, he has like a broken like beer bottle that he kind of peeks through like it's a spyglass, and he can identify magical items.
So, Tup Tup, would you mind taking a look at this for me and letting me know what exactly it is so we can figure out how a fish priestess came to have it?
No problem.
So you can do, I think you can do ritual casting, which is just 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you to the, like, I know there's a certain number of spell slots, but the fact is you guys have the time on deck right now, so we can go ahead and say that Tup Tup takes the time to, like, you know, lay out the circle and do the ritual and then look at it through. So Currently in your possession is the ring that Nira found, the flail that Bark caught, and the 2 short swords that were on the body of Gald, the leader of the Sahuagin. And Tup Tup is able to, hey, you know what? Let's make it fun. I'm gonna let Tup Tup. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna send you a message real quick.
Are you sending it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like, why not? I'm not playing Tup Tup tonight.
Okay, so go ahead and that's pronounced murder.
The ring is called the Ring of the Stone Murder.
Hang on, I'm taping.
Very excitedly, I might add. This is kind of glorious.
Guys, my dog is having a puppy dream and he's so cute. He's like barking under his breath.
Oh. Go ahead and read.
The DM in his natural state.
Yeah, just Tup Tup is identifying.
The ring is called the Ring of the Stone Murder. It allows the wearer to absorb a hit from a creature within 60 feet. The damage is halved for the wearer.
That's super cool.
To be clear, that uses a reaction. Whoever's wearing the ring, and it does require. Actually, no, it doesn't require attunement. But whoever's wearing the ring, if somebody is damaged within 60 feet, they can use their reaction to teleport in front of the blow, and then they take half damage. Hence, Stone Martyr. So someone can choose to, take the blow for someone else, but it's a little bit less painful. I am typing up the next one now. Bada bing, bada boom. Those are the swords.
You're identifying those as well.
The swords are called the Fangs of the Voidwalker. They must be wielded together to have effect. If they are clanged together, the wielder may use 1 charge to cast the Misty Step spell.
And that has 3 charges per day.
Ooh.
So basically, it allows you to teleport 3 times a day, up to 30 feet. But they have to be used together. So you kind of clang them together and teleport. Finally is the flail, which I'm typing right now. Gotta give Tup Tup his due here.
Read that.
The flail is called Wild Flourish. It can be activated with a bonus action once per day. When activated, it glows and gives off the scent of incense for 1 minute. While activated, the flail deals an additional 1d8 damage.
The damage is radiant, by the by. And I'm adding one other thing here for the special effect of Wild Flourish.
What even is this? Who loves his mama? Sorry, you guys really just need to see the cat.
Sorry, I should have probably typed all this up ahead of time.
You're fine. All right, Evan, read this, please. Right here.
The wielder chooses to flourish the flail. The flail they may roll a DC 12 acrobatics or performance check. On a success, the attack has advantage. On a failure, the attack has disadvantage.
So the idea behind the flail, called Wild Flourish, is that when it is activated, it glows with a radiant light and it burns incense, much like one of those Catholic things that they, swing and it burns incense. But when swinging this thing around, if the person wielding it wants to show off, they have to roll an acrobatics or performance check. If they succeed on the roll, they have advantage on the attack. If they don't succeed on the roll, then they have disadvantage because they kind of attack while it's roll, like they really mess it up. So it is a very odd and specific item that I came up with. These are the magic items that you guys have found on the bodies of these Sahuagin pirates.
It's very cool. So, question about your ring. So let's say I wear it and I teleport and take half the damage, but I'm raging and I take half of that damage. And then I use Sentinel to take an opportunity attack because they were attacking my buddy, because now I'm within the 5 foot of them.
You see, the trick behind it is that when you activate the Ring of the Stone Martyr and use your reaction for its effect, first of all, you would be using your reaction. So you wouldn't be able to get your Sentinel reaction attack, like you would use your reaction for that round. And second of all, the attack actually hits you. So you literally teleport in front of the person that was about to be attacked. It's the idea of like diving in front of a bullet.
Yeah.
So it would utilize your reaction, but you're not wrong. The damage is halved, right? So if a barbarian raging were to use it, it would be halved, and then because of your resistance, if it was a regular attack, it would be halved again. So you would only take a quarter. But it's up to you guys whether you think that would work better for a barbarian or it would work better for like the healer in the party or whoever. For the Fangs of the Voidwalker, the trick is that they do need to be used together. So those would probably be better. I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do, obviously. But in order for them to, like, they count as one attunement, but you have to attune them together. And they are a +1. They each count as +1 short swords. So they would either be better suited for someone like Erdan or for Bark, probably, because they are. The whole idea is that you clang them together to do this thing. And then there's Wild Flourish, which is this flail that you swing around like a madman and you can do cool stuff with. So it's up to you guys how you want to distribute these items. Or if you just want to sell them to Madame Yuri, it's up to you.
Well, I'm definitely okay with not being considered for the swords or the ring, because no.
Too squishy.
The squishiest person in the party taking the ring that allows her to be a martyr? Sure.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I could still take the ring. It would have been cool if I could still do the Sentinel, but, still being able to, like, take a blow for somebody.
Half of half? Like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I feel like that's my thing. So.
Unfortunately, there was one other magic item that possibly could have been received in this particular encounter, but that Sahuagin got away. That was the cool hammer, the one that he smacked you with.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit! I meant to put my hex on them, but I forgot. Oh well, they're gone.
Wait a minute, that was the one that hit you.
Yeah, that's the one that hit her and then got ate up by sharks.
Oh shit. You rolled a really good athletics check, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys managed to get the hammer too. I'll say that as that was happening, you managed to see this glowing hammer and God damn it, you got me. You got me.
Jesus.
Okay.
Just let go.
So rather than go through the whole rigmarole of typing, I'm just going to tell you what the hammer is. It's called the Dawn Hammer. The Dawn Hammer, when activated, has a similar sort of effect to Wild Flourish, where it is active for 1 minute. The Dawn Hammer is a war hammer, right? And when it is activated, it deals an additional D4 of radiant damage and a D4 of fire damage. And it has a really fun special added effect that if you kill an undead with it, it has a fun side effect where it can kind of blast and hurt other undead in the area. For anyone who has played Skyrim, I based the kind of idea on it off of Dawnbreaker. So that kind of influences that idea. So the Dawn Hammer is also there. So there you go.
Can I have the Dawn Hammer?
I'm fine.
Sure.
I think it would be fun for Gander to have the Dawn Hammer. Plus, I could cook on it.
Does that mean like everything will be explode because it's undead?
Broken.
No, because eggs aren't technically undead. They're
Okay.
just dead.
Well, if they're necrotic eggs.
Well, they're pre-alive, really. I
That's
mean,
true. I was
Yeah.
just thinking I could like rest it on the ground like Thor's hammer, like put my skillet on. Yeah.
Okay, so fun fact. The effect only lasts for a minute, right? And it only works once per day. So if you're going to use it to cook, you basically have a fantasy microwave.
Please, 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 can I have the hammer?
I'm still cool with it.
Plus, killing zombies and shit. That's fun.
Except for you can only do that at night, because if you decide to do that during the day and you use it to make breakfast, then you can't use it on zombies.
Well, I promise not to cook on it unless it's absolutely necessary.
No microwaving.
Yay!
See, now I genuinely thought you were going to go for Wild Flourish because of your Windmill of Death.
Nah, I've already got one of those.
That's fair.
I want to diversify my weapons.
Okay.
And I like
Am I interested in the flail, but like also I don't do melee, so no.
Well, and since Fleur did pull me out of the water, and since he is the one, I mean, since taking damage, like, it's important for you to be able to do so. I do feel as though giving you the ring, knowing how you will utilize it, I think that is a solid choice.
So who's currently in possession of Wild Flourish? Because I think Riswin should have it.
That's it.
I have it. It's the flail.
No, I'm good. I like my weapons.
But this one allows you to get an extra 1d8 radiant damage for a minute. And if you want to flourish the flail,
It's 1d4 radiant and 1d4 fire, yeah?
you can get.
No, that's for Dawn Hammer.
But
Oh, I'm sorry.
Glows with a radiant flame.
Advantage.
I was just thinking then both the clerics would have a cool flail, but you know. We could be twins. We could be twins with our windmills of doom. It's after midnight, guys. I'm weird after midnight.
Yo, I am 4 drinks in. Feeling it.
Brisbane's like, I will not be peer pressured.
And I'm not proficient in that kind of weapon. I'm proficient in warhammers, and I have a warhammer, and it allows me to add a proficiency bonus to my attack roll. And then I have the hand axe, which I can throw, which is a bonus, right? No, where was it? I read that somewhere.
Here's the deal. You guys could also sell it.
We could throw it in the bag of holding.
You could throw it in the bag of holding. You could trade with Madame Yuri, right? Like it's a dope magical item. So like, you know, she might you accept it as a form of payment.
Well, and unless somebody has a great need for the 2-sword clang teleport things. What are those void somethings?
The Fangs of the Void Walker.
Fangs of the Void Walker. So I mean, unless Bark, you're proficient in that thing. I mean, if you wanted them or whatever, but I mean, we could also just throw everything we get in a bag of holding and then keep an inventory of magical items, and then we need that thing, you know.
I mean,
I like that idea. You can throw the hammer in the bag too.
well, also, well, Erdan, you know, with his sneak attack could, you know, clang and like, you know, instantly teleport behind somebody and, you know, and then clang and not, you know, I don't know.
Problem with Erdan is that he needs to keep at least one hand free at this time in order to do like somatic components of spells. So if he gets Warcaster, then yeah, he can be dual wielding, but just having one weapon is gonna kind of stop that.
Gotcha.
I would happily be the custodian of those swords until such time as you want them, Erdan.
Yeah, by all means, please take them. Hi, Kirk.
Okay, so Bark is taking the swords. Gander, are you taking the hammer or are you putting it in storage?
We could put it in storage.
Yeah, you won't be able to grab it during battle.
That's
Not
fine.
easily.
But I might be able to grab it to microwave.
Yes.
Jesus. This
And
reminds
so
me of
is
30
the-
Rock.
Is the flail going in holding or is it going in? Is somebody taking it?
Yeah, I have it now. I happily deposit it into the bag of holding if you like.
Hey,
Yeah, I was thinking about taking it, but I can't even handle. It's a martial weapon. I can't do anything with that. I'm not proficient in it. I'm too skinny and floppy.
Am I the only one that is proficient in that? Marshall?
I believe so.
Oh,
Do you have the dual wielder feat? I think that was your starting feat, wasn't it?
yeah, I have dual wield. Yep.
Oh shit! So I shouldn't have even had you roll with disadvantage for that attack, because with that feat you can use non finesse weapons for dual wielding.
Meh.
Sorry about that.
Hey, you guys, above the table and sort of off topic, I'm looking at my Facebook memories. And a year ago today, we did our first online session.
Oh my god.
And Candace called it best apocalypse ever.
It was.
Correction, I do not have dual wielding. I do have 2-weapon fighting though.
Okay.
So that was fine. I get
Yeah,
to add
2
my
weapons.
ability modifier to the second attack.
Yeah. So with the dual wielder feat, you can wield 2 weapons that don't need the finesse thing, right? You can, so long as it is a one-handed weapon, you can wield both of them. You also get a +1 to AC. It's a pretty cool feat.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you don't have that, then you cannot wield dual wield a weapon that does not have the finesse feat. The idea is that it requires so much strength to use it that like it kind of throws you off balance and you can't exactly accurately attack with your offhand.
Yeah, that's fair.
Explaining the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. So anyway, good job on the battle, everyone. I'm sure that you guys will figure out exactly what you want to do with the gear. Quickly to wrap up for tonight, because it is starting to get pretty late. The remainder of the journey goes rather smoothly. You, after defeating the Sahuagin on the seas and having the vessel itself not take any damage, you guys sail on. And the next day, round about lunchtime, right, high noon, you start to see on the far in the far distance the coast of Fogo. And sailing on, you guys eventually approach. Where is the name of the? Darn, there it is. As eventually, as you sail in, you see the port city of Badenkrag on the southern coast of Fogo.
Can you spell that?
Sure. It's Barinkrag. Badenkrag. And you guys see on the horizon the port of Badenkrag.
Do we get a long rest and reset all of our shit?
By the time you guys get there, yes, I will allow you to take a long rest. Because, like I said, to sail from Bedoja to Fogo, specifically to Badenkrag, which is like the port city at the furthest south point of Fogo, I would say it's probably about 30 to 36 hours, depending on the seas. So, the first 12 hours, you guys are resting. Within the second 12-hour shift, you ended up with a battle. But you had a whole nother day of sailing ahead of you, so you guys were able to rest. We're going to go ahead and fast forward right to you guys getting to port. And that is where we will end it for tonight. So today was a battle episode.
Woot.
The next session, I'm just gonna put that date in here. When you guys can we make the date for next time?
It would be the weekend, April 1st, whatever that weekend is.
That's Easter.
That's Easter, and I'm doing the service with Aya that weekend.
And we might be in Nashville the weekend after.
Do we want to do next week?
Like this upcoming weekend, like the 27th?
Is there anything stopping us from doing that?
I mean, I could do that, but
And how do you feel about that? We were supposed to do Pathfinder Friday night or Saturday. It would just mean you're working Pathfinder D&D all within like 24 hours.
Yeah, I'll live with that.
Okay.
yeah, because it's Easter, and then the weekend after that, unless things have changed, then I'll be meeting my mommy.
Oh, is that still?
I don't know. I haven't heard otherwise.
Oh shit. Oh, I might be meeting her mom. I know that sounds, well, she lives in Tennessee, so it's like a long, it's a thing.
And with pandemic, like it's not like we can travel, so they just haven't had a chance to meet in person yet, even though it's been like 2.5 years, which is hilarious.
Wow.
So
I understand it took 3.5 years for us to meet my birth mother, from my birth mother to meet Lisa.
just hasn't happened, So
No, I was born in Germany, and so the first time I met any of like my family here in the States, I was already 3.5, almost 4, and then my sister